excited because on the phone is Sammy Hagar, and walking into my studio right now is David Lee Roth, who... The two of them, I can't even... There's David Lee. Look at him. And looking good, too. Looking happy and healthy. Hey, David.
Hello there.
Hey, man.
Good to see you.
What's happening, brother? Take a seat. David always looks so happy.
I'm delighted to be here.
Good. Let me get Sammy on the phone. Have you met with Sammy face-to-face, by the way?
I've met with Sam twice now. We're actually colleagues. Sam, are you there?
Sam, are you there?
Sure, Howard.
Hey, how you doing, Sammy?
I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Dave?
Outstanding.
Well, I got to tell you something. I never would have believed like the Russians would be our friends, and more importantly, I never would believe that you two would work together.
Bono called me and told me I had to do it for world peace, Howard.
Let me go to Sammy first. Sammy, I'm assuming you always told me over the years you don't need money, so it's not for the money you're doing this. Why are you doing it?
I'm doing it because Dave called me and said, well, he had someone call me to see if I was interested. I said, I think it's a great idea. I think the whole concept is just to do with rock and roll. It's to do with the history of Van Halen, and it's just to do with shoving it up the brothers' asses and not getting off their asses and coming out and doing it with us.
That's what I thought. Is this a big FU, Dave, to the guys in Van Halen? In other words,
That ain't all
as
of
you
it,
can see,
but that definitely is what kind of motivated me a little.
As you can see, Sam and I can get along. Henceforth, I can pretty much hang with anybody. I think, in retrospect, it is a little bit for Eddie Van Heineken.
In a way, will this motivate you two to be friends? Because even Robin said to me, how long do you think these two guys with their egos...
Well, you never know, Howard. We don't know. We haven't hung. You know, we haven't even done one show yet.
Right.
And honestly, I'm looking forward to it. You know, I think it's totally cool. I don't plan on hanging that much with my man Diamond, but, I mean, if he wants to hang, we start doing that. That's one thing. But this is really, you know, it's a little bit
I think we have two different approaches here. Sam is going to throw a hell of a party, and I am the party.
So
you throw a party for Dave every night.
But Dave,
but what are you going to sing? Let's get down to the music.
I got more hits than Beethoven, Robin. Come on.
David Lee Roth has 7 albums with Van Halen.
Right.
Sammy Hagar has 6 albums with Van Halen.
Right.
Between the two of you got a lot of hits.
Probably close to 100 million record sales, not including the bootlegs.
Now, how does it work? How do you are you guys only going to sing Van Halen songs?
I'm going to pretty much dwell on it. And the times when I was quarterback for the band, that's as familiar as the Nike swoosh or the McDonald's arches in America.
Because that's what the audience wants, right?
Absolutely.
Sammy, would you agree?
No, I mean, I'll do about 6 Van Halen songs out of about 15.
And what will you do? Some Sammy Hagar solo material?
Of course.
Okay. And Dave, you will
I might even play some Howard Stern songs, you know?
And Dave, you will stick mostly to Van Halen.
It's so familiar, Howard. When both New York teams took the field for the World Series, they both played Running with the Devil. How can I defy something like that?
And how do you go about finding a band? Now, who can play Van Halen? Now,
well, once you've already created the material, originating the material is the magical trick. But once it's on a record, 1 in 10 million may be able to do it. And I think I found that kid. He's brand new.
Dave, are you reading this shit?
No, I'm not,
take it
actually,
easy,
Sam.
Sammy.
Would you like me to slow down or just more space?
It's 5:30 a.m. my time, man. I'm on the West
See,
Coast.
it's
You
already
gotta slow down
started.
a
Sam,
little
I
bit.
haven't been to sleep since the late 80s. Knock it off.
Sammy, what's your point? That Dave
Never takes a breath.
Dave never takes a breath and doesn't let you talk?
Well, he's just really good, man.
This tour is going to be great. This tour is going to be superb. Are you kidding? In a rivalry like this, and there's the harshest element of any rivalry, I think, between Sam and I, and I've said this before, is nothing that can't be solved with a shot of Cabo
Is there
Wabo tequila.
anything, though, wait a minute, Dave. Is there anything to the fact, though, that you probably think your Van Halen material is the strongest material?
Of course I do.
Is there really a rivalry?
This is like a little bit, not only is this a fiesta, but it's also a little bit like a NASCAR stock car race. And
Now,
you're
this
here.
is like Tyson Lewis, not Elton and Billy. You know what I mean?
Take me back now to Dave. You're sitting at home and you have this idea. You have a brainstorm, and I get the brainstorm. You're saying, wait a second. Van Halen thinks they hold all the cards. They have the band, but meanwhile, their effort to get a new frontman in Gary Cherone failed. They really can't go on tour. No one wants to see Van Halen without a frontman.
And actually, that is a tribute to both the frontmen.
Right. And in a sense that
we're the two frontmen of one of the most familiar sounds in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
So you're sitting at home and you go over it and you say, wait a second. If Sammy Hagar and I go out on tour, That creates excitement. It screws these guys in Van Halen who won't let either one of us back to doing what we do.
And they really can't go on the road and do the music.
How do you
Well, they
then...
can do anything they want, but truthfully, this is a great tour. This is pretty much, they tried it without either one of us, and it didn't work for them. And I don't think the fans want to hear another singer in that band.
I think what you have here is a lifestyle.
I think Van Halen's kind of like done. Otherwise, one of us would probably be back in that band.
You got point of view. What you have here is a genuine
tried.
action figure.
Well, let Sammy say what he's saying
I'm
here
going
for a
to go
second.
back, and with my same band, for the day I left Van Halen, I got to Wobble Readers. We have the same band, okay? Vic Johnson, Mona, Jesse, David Lars. The Redheads know who this band is. And we're going to do the same thing we've always done. It's just that we're going to team up with Dave, and we're going to go out and do it together. And hopefully you guys are going to get this coin flip the hell over with so I can go back to sleep and do what I do
I want to
best.
flip Jenna Jameson and call tails.
Now, wait a second. Sammy, all right, I'll let you...
Are you going to flip a girl?
Yeah, I'm gonna flip it, honey. But let me just say something, Sammy. You do sound
Rob,
hostile.
let's flip Robin.
You do sound hostile. I have a feeling that it's going to be like two separate dressing rooms. You guys' paths aren't going to... Will you ever take to the stage together?
Let me ask you a question. Sam, let me ask you a question.
Hold it. We're trying to get down to something.
Sammy, would you ever take the stage with Dave?
Absolutely.
You would.
And
I'll
Dave?
play guitar on any of them tracks and let Dave sing.
Sam has
or
sung a
something
lot
like
of my
that.
songs. I don't think I've sung any of his.
But first...
Would you sing one of his?
No.
We got to make sure we can do this. No, really, to me, I like the competitive side. I've been doing an evening with since I left Van Halen for like almost 400 shows I've done. And, you get a little lazy sometimes. You walk out there, it's all your fans, just kind of roll around the stage, and sing your ass off or whatever, and it's all good.
But Dave is saying he will not sing one of your songs.
I don't blame him.
And Sammy says it'll be fun dealing with the people who love Dave.
And you know what? I've already met everybody I know. I want to meet everybody Sam knows.
See? Yeah.
And I think there's a little cross-training there.
Dave,
There's
is this
two
your
major
way?
audiences
Dave,
to share in there.
is this your way of proving to the audience at large that you're not the guy who broke up Van Halen? That you're actually easy to get along with, and that Van Halen is difficult to get along with?
Again, it's not my original ambition, but in retrospect, that certainly demonstrates.
What was it like when you sat home and came up with this idea to tour with Sammy Hagar?
I'm amazed that he was the guy who made the phone call.
What was the phone call?
He put somebody up to it.
Who did you have make that phone call?
I had my new assistant, Matt, do it.
Okay.
And we called 𝗵𝗲, Sam's manager.
Okay. And what was that phone call like when you first, I guess Sammy said, okay, to your assistant, I would like to talk to Dave about this. What was it like when you called Sammy?
I didn't speak to Sam on the phone. I met him at a meeting, and the first thing that I said is, hey, there's been an acre of bad blood, a river of bad blood through us here.
Right.
And it's time to go on. Something in the future. It's unity. I think maybe you even said it. If we can do it, next stop Palestine, huh?
Right. It does seem amazing to me. And Sammy, when you were face to face with David Lee Roth, was there revulsion at first out of all the negative things he said about you? Were you really turned off?
Dave never said anything that was true about me. See, the only time things hurt, Howard, is when someone says something that's true about you. Deep inside, something you know is really true, that really bothers you. Well, the kind of things Dave said, you know what they are. I'm sure you got them right in front of you. You can read the list right down there.
Well,
right,
at least, Sam, at least I didn't call you a goofball, huh?
All right, let's go to the tape.
I'd have been pissed off.
Let's go to the tape. Here's David Lee Roth on Sammy
There we
Hagar.
go. I knew you had it. I knew it.
Well, Sammy is a mindless little bridge troll drone. Everything that comes out of his mouth is word barf. And it's
right.
Sammy is my boy. He
Right.
works for me, man.
That's right.
He's my
He's
bitch.
your dog.
That's
He's
right.
your bitch.
And when he says my name, we just sell that many more records.
That's
just
all.
reminds people of the glorious past even more. He doesn't even know it.
Is that still true, Dave?
I hereby regret saying anything bad about anybody in my entire
Well,
lifetime.
apparently Sammy has stopped singing those songs and paying Dave.
Yeah.
Actually,
Sammy,
I think Sam's bass player Mona is going to punch me in the mouth. Is
Sammy,
that-
any comment about that?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
No. Do I look like somebody's bitch?
Well, Dave, you are a master of karate. I know that for the truth, and I know
Call
Sammy.
me Grouchy Tiger.
And I know that Sammy is a professional boxer almost. If you two were to fight, who would win?
Absolutely, Sam.
Really?
He outweighs me by
Dave,
40
I
pounds.
love
Come
you,
on.
Dave. Now, see, I like Dave. Dave entertains the living shit out of me. I gotta tell you straight up, I'm looking forward to this so much. I mean, I'm probably, if you want to find me before Dave goes on, I'll probably be in his dressing room, like listening to him, because I bet you he's like really, really entertaining before he goes on, winding himself up and winding everybody up around him. And to me, That's some good stuff. All
Is
right?
there a chance you will go out on tour and then about a month later we'll read that one of you is very ill and can't go on with the tour and really, yeah, what's really going on?
I don't think there's any chance of that. Sam, on your side, what do you say?
Well, I'm pretty healthy, but there's a big chance that this thing could blow up for some reason
Right.
and not do a second leg or anything.
Right.
I think, these 22 shows, they're practically sold out of the box. And I think it's pretty damn impressive and pretty damn fun. And hopefully
I'm going.
we'll hang in there and not party ourselves to death within the first month.
I think what's fun about this is to watch you two interact, and I think the audience almost demands that
to see you together.
that you get on the stage together.
It could happen.
It's entirely possible. Anything's possible. If we accomplished it to this degree, Howard, then anything's possible.
And the audience does want to see you guys do Van Halen material
What
because,
would they do together, though?
well, just a
Sam and Dave
gigolo.
tune.
Sam and Dave.
Hold on, I'm coming. Gold man.
I think we're already being sued by the owners of the Sam and Dave title.
Oh,
Yes.
you're
Right.
right in line.
No,
What
we
is-
are.
what is the
Somebody sent
tour-
a letter claiming that we've stole the Sam and Dave moniker and that they want to sue us.
That's
and,
true.
And my lawyer sent a letter back saying something like, well, in case last we look, one of them's dead. And
They said that the Sam and Dave fans might be fooled to thinking that Sam and Dave Moore are out there doing it. Or
Doing
Sam
Van
All
Halen.
right, now two white guys, yeah.
Yeah, doing Van Halen. Well, why don't you call
Just
it
put our picture on the paper. Nobody will,
Yeah.
they'll be okay with it.
call it Dave
our
and Sam?
picture is already all over the papers.
Hey, here is Sammy Hagar talking about David Lee Roth.
I just think that it's as what I'm saying is like I think Dave's trying to be sexy, and I just want to let him know that
Women
I don't think
aren't,
women like that kind of stuff.
I'm
know,
going to
it's
bite
too
your
fat.
ear off.
It's too goofy.
It's too goofy. It's just
He's
great.
calling the wrong
Women
crowd,
like
is what
construction
you're saying.
workers and stuff.
Yeah, right. They're like manly men.
Yeah, guys with belts on with
my
with
goodness.
hammers and stuff.
I understand what you're trying to say. What about that?
Little
Did I
Elvis is
sound
famous.
serious, Howard? Did I sound like I was really meaning what I was saying there?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
That's it. Hey,
by the
guys,
way-
let's take it up on deck.
Dave,
little-
we're busted, man. We're busted. Howard has busted us. This whole thing's going to blow up because of you, Howard. We had it all together. Now you're trying to ruin it.
You're an instigator.
How about a little credit to Howard Stern, who in 1997, during a Sammy Hagar interview, I said to him, what about a Sam and Dave tour? And what about the rumor that you and David Lee Roth are forming a duet?
Oh, that's not
Is that
That guy's
going to
too
happen?
silly, man. Hey, look, I would love to meet
silly.
Dave. I never met Dave, but you got to admit, come on, Howard. I'm not
Right.
trying to burn the guy. He
Okay.
is really a goofball, man.
You call me a goofball.
Oh, Lord.
Wow. I can't wait
as
to
you
visit.
can see, there is some noise and color and controversy here. And I think what you're looking at are two trigger hippies. You know, the
David-
idea is
David Lee
you
Roth.
give peace a chance. We're going to get right after it.
Isn't it true that Sammy Hagar, when you approached him about doing this tour, Sammy said, yes, I'll do it, but I have to open every night. Is that true or false?
I think I said that.
You said you wanted to open every night. Did you?
You know what?
No,
You said-
Sammy, you
I
said...
had to get up off all that stuff, Howard. I really did, man. It was tough. It was a real ego shock to me when Dave said we're going to flip-flop, and I said, you're crazy. I haven't opened for anyone since 1979. I don't plan on open for you, Dave, or anybody else.
You want to be the headliner.
Well, what we got here is beautiful. It's 50-50. You split everything 50% in the billing, and frankly, I'll flip the coin or take it as, you want to decide.
Now, when I flip this coin, does that mean whoever wins this coin toss...
can decide who opens or who
They
top
can
bills
decide
first night.
their
No,
position
for the
that
first
night.
night.
For the first night.
Whoever wins the coin toss gets to decide what they want to do the first night, and from that day on, it flip-flops.
Sammy, why is it important to you to headline? Why? Who cares?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Do you think Dave's hard to follow?
Howard, it's important to every person in this business to headline because that is where it's at. And Dave knows it, I know it, otherwise there wouldn't be an issue here. The person that headlines has the advantage. You get full darkness in the outdoor situations. You get full darkness, full light. You come on like you're the big star.
Right.
People ain't milling around in the audience when you're...
Unless you don't need all full lights
and
and full sound and full stage.
It's where it's at. We both get full sound and full stage no matter what. But you don't get
Sammy.
full darkness, and you don't get sometimes a full house because some people can't be there at 7:30,
Sammy.
8 o'clock.
Right.
You're not afraid to follow Dave. You want to follow Dave.
No. I'm not afraid to follow anybody.
Right.
But I bet you somebody's afraid to follow me. I mean, if I've never been allowed to open for anybody. That's how I became
I got to say that going from me to you is like going from speedballs to milkshakes, Sam.
Whoa!
I'm sorry.
Look out!
Well, you know, I think this is what makes this show great for the fans. I really do. Because honest to God,
This isn't going to
when
last
I'm
more.
Throw the seatbelt away.
This is not going to last.
I want to make this guy wish he'd never did this, okay? And that's the idea of it. And I'm sure he's going to try to do the same thing.
Sam, I made everything you're not, plus a silo full of 200 proof testosterone. Let's party, pal.
So in a way,
Whatever
wait a
that
second,
means.
I'm a little shocked by what I'm hearing. In other words, Sammy's attitude really seems to be, hey, listen, man, I'm going out there to blow you off the stage and prove to the fans once and for all that I'm the
he's
guy.
Absolutely.
That's what his attitude is.
But it
sounds like a lot of
because
concern.
I dislike Dave. I'm going to make him work even harder, and hopefully vice versa. He stirs me up.
Sam is on the extra bike.
I'm ready.
Sam's pumping wiffle weights. He's getting ready. Man.
I'm ready.
Are you bringing
wait a
out the
minute.
bass player from Van Halen? Are you bringing Michael Anthony with you?
You know what? Mikey's welcome, but I think the brothers would kill him.
Yeah, but the brothers haven't done anything in half a decade. You should
yeah,
bring
but-
him out and do the sound with him, and I might think about jamming with that. Lose
there
Mona
you
and
go.
get Mikey in there.
But wait a
Mikey's
minute.
welcome. Mikey's coming to my house today.
Is that
we're
right?
Playing tonight with Lars and Kirk from Metallica at the Fillmore.
You are
See?
kidding
Stellar
me.
company at the
I'm dead
top of the
serious.
mountain.
You're telling me that you,
And Michael Anthony.
Michael Anthony, and Lars and
Kirk Hammett
and
tonight
Kirk
at the
are,
Fillmore.
Wow, that's a
I've been
great
there 3
show.
nights already
That is a
with
good
five
show.
bands.
What kind of music do you do?
What's that?
What kind of music do you guys do
My
together?
songs.
Sit down.
Guys, you're watching an NFL game. It's 4th and 1 with 30 seconds to go. Whose stuff is blurring out of the speakers? Come on.
Wait a minute. Let me
out,
say something
baby.
here because I do hear something going on here. Like
It's all fun,
now,
man.
Dave.
This is all fun. This is
wait
what
a minute.
rock and roll's about, as far as
Wait.
I'm concerned. Man.
All right,
Without all
Sammy.
this stuff, it's just some other crap, you know?
All right, but you do have your contention is that Van Halen had the bigger hits with you.
Yeah, that's up to the people, man. You know, when I kick off Right Now, or if I kick off Dreams, or if I kick off Why Can't This Be Love, you don't think that whole place could be up shaking their asses and singing, you're crazy.
Well, Dave, you don't think much of the post-David Lee Roth Van Halen. You don't think much of those songs, but...
Howard, I'm in contest with the entire rest of the planet, much less Sam Hagar.
Right.
And as far as what I've written with the Van Halens, I'm eminently proud of. If anything else, this is a testimonial to what we did together.
So
It's not
David
so
Lee
much
Roth-
an insult as it is a salute.
But
Sammy,
you don't think they'll be rocking for Hot for Teacher?
Of course they will.
I'm a fan myself.
Knees and
It's fun.
elbows for
I
days.
think the
Every
stuff
single
was great.
song that I do,
It
people are
just
going,
happens
"Oh, I
that
know
in
this
the
song.
world of
I
Van
love that
Halen,
song. I
there
knew
was
that
2
one."
eras that worked.
Yeah,
Okay,
and-
2 eras, and we're going to go out and do them. I mean, it isn't like just I'm not saying here one's better than the other. I think they were both great. Every record I've
No,
ever
no,
done,
Sam,
they
I'm
went
not
to
saying
number
that one
They
era
sold
was
42
better than the
million
other
records.
either.
They
I'm
sold
saying
40
I'm
million
better than
records
you.
themselves. It's all
But I
good.
think Sammy's saying because he had the bigger hits, he should close
Have
the show.
bigger hits.
Sammy, what about what Dave just said?
No, this is
he
about
says...
Sammy Hagar thinks he should close the show because Sammy Hagar says, as a solo artist, I have been a headliner since 1979 without Van Halen.
You gotta watch out when they
Before
start
them,
speaking
and
in third
after they were
person.
long gone, I'm still a headliner, and that's why I think I stood. I've sold a few records myself.
Slow down, Sam. Slow down.
Can you
You
dig it?
lost me a paragraph ago. What?
When I play I Can't Drive 55, it's going to have people up shaking their asses and one way to rock the same shit.
I can tell.
Absolutely. It's all good.
Well, Sam, what Dave is saying is that he is going to go out there and prove that he's a better performer than you. I don't know if you're-
Gawawana.
and
He can do anything he wants.
He can do-
anything he wants. I really hope that Dave does really great. I really hope that
Sam,
Dave
I'm
does
smiling
something
completely
totally
right
together
now. Are you
because-
smiling?
All right, let me ask another question.
How you doing, Robin?
If
I woke
it
up
were
now.
the
You
case,
fuckers have gotten me awake now.
if
all right?
it were the case,
Huh?
if it were the case that when Dave opens, the crowd goes crazy and it's a little less exciting for the crowd, or there's a little bit of a I don't know, a drop off that happens when you're when you're on stage.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a problem for you?
First of all, it won't happen. But number one, if it was, I know how to work with that. I would just have to kick it up a little bit until the people got up and went for it. Also, by the time the advantage also of being the
Can I say something on your behalf and my behalf as well here, Sam?
Okay, the whole place to be drunk, so there'd be a lot easier to pull.
Well, you said it for me.
Yeah, no, I think that
Party will just keep
I don't
going.
think anybody's going to even notice the
personally,
set change.
I think
all
that
good, you guys.
I personally
All
think
good.
I personally think that it's a great idea for you guys to tour together.
This turns into one of those gigs that starts when McDonald's starts serving hamburgers. When is that? 10:30 in the morning? That's when people start showing up in the
I
parking lot.
just
for an
wonder.
event like
I
this.
really,
And
truly,
tailgating.
I truly wonder what's going to happen on tour when you two guys start to interact.
Yeah.
And when, if something goes wrong, the crowd turns against one of you, even jokingly. I don't know. You
It's
guys.
drama. Are you here to see the winner or the car wreck at the
Howard?
car race?
Yes,
You're never
Artie.
sure.
Exactly. You want to see Picasso smash the painting worth $10 million when he was painting. You don't want to see some guy do a paint by numbers. This ain't no paint by numbers. This is the real deal. We're going to be out there doing it for real. It's
How
not-
about allowing Gary Sharon to open for both of you?
No. Gary is doing the vagina monologues this week.
Yeah.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
I'm 34 years old, so I'm in the Van Halen generation. I was a huge fan. And I think if I went to this show and David Lee opened, after I heard Jamie's Crying, Ain't Talking About Love, Running with the Devil, Panama, I love Sammy Hagar. He's a good guy. I would never turn on him. But after I heard those songs, I'd say show's over, man.
No,
gotta
I don't
go.
know that. I
gotta go.
I'm a
Well,
Van
this is
Halen.
one of the attractabilities to the show because for every one of you, there's one or two of the who say no, it should be called the Sam and Dave tour instead of
What
Roth
song do you,
Hagar. So-
Sammy? What song do you open up with? If let's say
I open with a song called Shaka Doobie.
Shaka Doobie, and then and David Lee, what do you open with?
I've brought a smile to the hips of people everywhere. It doesn't matter what I
What's
open
your
with
opening
musically,
song?
But we
What-
start off with Hot for Teacher.
Wow, the
most
first song out of
difficult, the most bombastic, over the top.
Pow!
Teacher I got my pencil.
You see, Sammy, you got to open with a Van Halen tune.
I don't got to do anything.
Yes, you do. You got
I'm
to.
a professional.
He's opening
I'm
up.
a
Journalist, us, we're back.
Sammy,
I'm a professional.
Sammy,
Howard.
he's opening with Hot for Teacher. You got to go with your.
Shaka Doobie ain't gonna do it.
Wait a minute.
Hey.
How
guys
long do you
understand
play?
something?
How long does each set last?
Wait a second, Sammy.
Hour and a half.
You gotta open with us.
Greatest
No,
hits.
you
I
don't
back to back
understand.
it. I don't even bother
No, I
talking
ain't
in
gonna-
between
I
the
ain't gonna
songs.
do
Really?
anything.
Yeah, we do over
You know
20
what you got to
songs.
do? You got to top Dave. Play Smoke on the Water. Anything. I don't care.
Yeah, do Van Halen. Do something.
We all came down.
I do the same songs. That's what I do.
I can't wait to see you guys. Why don't you guys do the same songs and then see who does them better?
That's right.
That's an old-fashioned blues contest.
There you go.
know?
There is
You play
no
3A.
question about it. Dave's got his people that are going to think he's better every night. I got my people going to think I'm better every night.
Sammy.
I am playing on the show that I would do that I think is the best thing I can do on stage. I'm not just going to go up there and say, hey, I used to be the singer of Van Halen. I'm going to go out there and say, I'm fucking Sammy Hagar.
I'm
okay?
going to go up there and say,
anybody
I
that
still
don't
am
like
the
that, they
singer
can
of
come
Van
later on
Halen, and
the
I'm
stage
Diamond
and
David
open.
Lee Roth, baby.
Wait a second.
Exactly. It's going to be fun.
Here's what you do if you guys have any balls. You split the stage in half.
There you go.
Battle
Howard.
of the
at the same
bands.
time.
There you go.
Bam.
Pow.
There
Pow.
you go.
Coming at you.
All right, I'm going to flip this friggin' coin.
All right.
You
the-
call it,
Heads,
Sam.
Dave.
This is
Hey,
being-
I'm asking for your permission. I know you like tails. Well, I like to have heads. Is that good?
All right,
Heads
so
for Sammy?
Heads.
Was that a stab at humor?
Sammy.
No, you're the one that told me when we were going to flip the blonde, you would take tails.
Okay.
Oh.
Sammy-
I mean, do we
Sam-
have to flip a coin to see who gets heads or tails first? Should we do that?
Yeah. No, we're cool. All right, so you want heads,
I want heads.
and David's going to take tails.
First of all, if you guys think I trust you two guys in the studio together with me here in California.
Listen to this.
I got a camera on this.
You know,
it's
I'm-
okay. I'm going to flip it.
Exactly. I need a witness.
I'm the patron saint
you're
of
not.
larceny.
I will
Right?
tell you what happened.
I'm going to flip it, and then I'm going to let it hit the floor here or hit the desk, and whatever it says, I will read out. You can trust me.
And
I like
here we
both
go.
of you guys.
You got a drum roll?
Sammy Hagar has heads. This is for the first concert. Where is the first concert, by the way?
Cleveland.
Hello, Cleveland.
All right, Cleveland's the opening of the tour. When is that?
29th
Oops.
May.
May 29th.
Dave.
All right.
Okay, here you go. I don't even know how to flip a coin.
Just go.
Come on.
Here we go.
Get
here we
it
go.
on your thumb. Get it up there. Oh, my God. That was
He
a
really
terrible
doesn't.
Now
coin.
which one? Now which one is this?
Oh,
What is
it
that?
again. What are
Is
you
that,
doing?
Oh,
me see.
it's tails. It's tails.
I headline.
Dave wins.
Tails. It headlines.
I headline. It's just
It
like
headline.
biblical.
It
Dave
headlines.
closes the first night. Is that right, Dave? Is that what you...
I closed the first night.
Right the hell on.
I'll see you there.
Right, you know
What
what?
time is ignition for me? 9:15. Outstanding.
Is
The
anybody
first
gonna
thing we ordered up was
grandstand?
the backstage stereo. Come on.
Are you happy about this?
I'm delighted.
You're delighted.
Sammy, you're not going to grandstand now and play longer and wait.
I would never do that.
All right.
Why
I'm
did
a
you have?
professional.
Why do you
Robin,
have?
I'm a professional.
Okay.
You guys can, if I wasn't a professional, I wouldn't be on this damn show at 5:30 a.m. California time.
That's
Let me tell you
right.
something, man. I'd be sleeping it off.
Will
But listen,
Gary Cherone be carrying your amps?
Gary Cherone's welcome to come out and just say hi to the folks if he would like.
I think Gary was just a kind of an unfortunate blip on the screen, and I think what you have here is flavor of the summer, huh?
So what we can expect is Sammy Hagar in Cleveland will go out on stage first. He will do his thing. David Lee Roth will headline.
No. Listen, David Lee Roth will close the show.
Hey, what time
What was
does
that?
David Lee Roth will close the show.
Right. Whatever.
What
We're
time?
co-headlining.
Words are all you ever had.
So you guys will go out there with your own bands.
Yes, sir.
You will not use the same band.
Absolutely not.
Now,
And-
what happens next night, though? Now, does it flip?
It
or do you have to
reverses.
flip a
Flip.
coin?
The next
Next
night,
night.
Journey closes.
Now, when are you guys coming to New York so I can see this show?
This should happen after the 4th of July at some point. They're starting to put the schedule together now.
You'll never make it.
I hope it lasts till then.
I know.
Keep your fingers crossed.
I think
people.
Cleveland's going to see the only David Lee Roth, Sammy
Keep your
Hagar
fingers to
show.
yourself, and I'll
Well-
see you in New York.
See, my opinion has always been, Howard, if you want to know the truth, that the first time we're going to have any problems, it's the time that I open. That's why when I picked heads, I was hoping I would win, and I was going to say I will open the first show.
Oh.
Because then the troubles will start right then into the competition.
very
will
next
start from
concert.
that very second. Because
Well-
that's how it's going to start getting heated. Dave's going to go, oh, my God, I got to go on after that. And he's going to go out and he's going to kick some biggest dance he can possibly
Sam,
do.
the only
This
problem
way
that
you won't
I'm
be
going to
some
have
lazy
is the
asshole up
stain
there.
you're going to leave on the floor when you leave.
Oh, gee.
Ooh, this is getting good, man.
Dave, you don't have an ego, do you?
Oh,
It's as big as Boston, girlfriend.
When's the last time you were on stage, Dave? Seriously, you doing Van Halen
Oh, I was
songs?
just in Atlanta with 30,000 of my closest friends, and then the audience at the Atlanta Music Festival about 4 nights ago.
Did you do Van Halen stuff?
Oh,
or-
yeah.
You
We
did.
tore the roof off that sucker.
Right,
Boom.
right.
Half that audience, too, is about 21 years old.
All right.
out for
All
John.
right. And Sammy, you've been going on regularly, right?
Yes, sir, I have.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everybody's tuned up and
Alimony will
ready.
do that for you.
Let me just see a couple of people if they want to talk about this.
Oh, don't start, Howard. You leave these people out. I know this trick.
You sound
Howard,
like he's
you're gonna put
applying a
somebody out.
tourniquet,
You're gonna
Sam.
put
I'll
somebody
cover
out.
Swear to
for
you,
you.
Sammy,
You
I
and
don't.
Dave, handle this by yourself, maybe.
Sam,
All right, you
I'll
wanna
cover
leave?
for
Come
you.
on, Sam.
Come on,
I
Sammy.
do. Nah, look, it's 6 o'clock.
Don't
in
be
the
a
morning.
pussy.
It's not going to get any later.
Don't be a
I'm going to go have a
pussy.
shot of Cabo Wabo and go back to bed, if you don't mind.
Oh, we mind.
Sam, I'll cover
One
for
phone
you.
call. Come on.
Come on, the fun is having you two
Okay,
together.
All right. Make sure that they really piss me off, Howard.
All right, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, this is probably the most dedicated redhead in Orlando. I got a question for Sammy and a proposition for Howard.
What's that?
Sammy, are you going to be everybody? It's kind of up in the air. Are you going to be playing your birthday at the Cantina? I mean, do you know when?
Absolutely.
Very
What
nice.
is the
Trying to get
Cantina?
Dave's birthday's October 10th. Mine's October 13th. I told Dave at the Cabo Wabo, I'll play for his birthday on the 10th if he plays for mine on the 13th.
Well, you guys are in
That
love.
rocks.
No, I want
Sammy
Britney
is
Spears at
anyway.
my birthday.
Howard, when's your birthday? You're a Capricorn or something, right, Howard?
Wait, so you guys are now
I treat her like
gonna-
a unicorn.
You want Britney Spears at your birthday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Sammy Hagar, huh?
Let's just turn left to center here.
You dig her? You like the way she looks, right?
Hey, Howard, I got a proposition for you.
Yeah.
You name it, Prince Albert, anything. If you can figure out some way for me to meet Sammy, I will do anything that you can.
I don't
possibly
care.
dream of.
Sammy don't want to
But
meet you.
Sammy, see, what? Aren't you glad you stayed? There was a redhead on the phone.
Yeah.
Are we
love it.
fly
Okay.
paper for crazies?
Let's go to
guys-
Angela.
You weeded this one in. You had some guy there that was ready to burn me, and then you real quick shift me over to this
No,
guy. But,
I'm just
really
picking him up.
appreciate it. Like, listen, I'll see
feeling
you in Cabo.
paranoid.
I'll see you on this
Sam.
tour. We'll be playing Orlando. I'm sure as long as this tour it can work. Once it's showed that it can work, we'll probably continue on, but it's not guaranteed. But I'll see you out there, pal.
What about Angelo? You there?
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey, what's going on, Howard?
Angelo, it's David Lee. How are you?
How you doing, Dave?
Outstanding.
I've been a fan for years.
Well, what do you want to say?
It's nice to see that you guys could get along and go up on stage together, though.
It's a time for
Right on.
unity, a
But,
great healing.
I like Sammy as Sammy, and I like Dave as Van Halen.
Boom.
Right on. See, there
I
you
mean,
go.
nothing against either, but I mean, David, I've been a fan for years. I really didn't know much about Sammy, but I like the older Sammy Hagar with can't drive 55 or whatever, you know, the older stuff.
Well,
give
you
you
have
Dave
individual
Van Halen.
players in this kind of music, and then you have it like when the Patriots took the field for the Super Bowl all together. Some people are identified with a super team, and I suspect that's me.
John, go ahead. You're on with Sammy and Dave.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey,
Good.
listen, I'm a music journalist. I've met everybody in the Van Halen camp except for Dave.
Hello.
You know, I'm 32. Artie said he's 34, and he goes for the Roth stuff. I love it all, but I got to say, nowadays, Sam, I don't know how you're going to deal with this guy for a whole tour.
What are you, Sam's agent?
Wait a minute. That's what a lot of people have been telling me that, but you know what? I think it's great, man. As long as what I had to do is I had to push my ego. It's like, because Dave does have a giant ego. We know this, right?
Yep.
So as long as you don't come in and butt heads with his ego, you can get along with Dave. My opinion is this. This is where I think I've outsmarted him. So I'm just not using my ego for all this. I'm just going about being silly guy. Just roll, twist one, have a couple shots, just go around and do my thing, and it's all good. And as long as I don't get my ego involved, I can do this. But the second my ego's involved, I'm going, David Lee Roth, I'll kill him. I'm better than him. So
Right.
I'm not doing all that crap because I want this to happen. This is really, really good for the fans.
Well, you never know.
Thing in rock and roll. This will go down in history in the year 2002 as the greatest rock and roll concert of the year. Okay.
And by the way, the guy in the phone, why are you assuming that David Lee's the tough, difficult one? Maybe Sammy is. You don't know that.
Howard, you've seen me. I even got along with you, Howard.
You did. You got along with everyone.
Well, like I said, I mean, I've spent time with these guys except for Dave, and I love Dave since I was a teenager. And the other thing too, man. I just interviewed Gary Cherone recently. What's up with taking pot shots at Gary Cherone vagina monologues? The guy never said a bad word about you, and all he's ever done is treat Dave
Learn to have a little bit of fun. Lighten up. Get over it.
The guys have been put in a very precarious position with.
Absolutely. All that stuff that happened, none of it was Gary's fault at all, man. He was the
Who
victim,
cares?
man.
Who cares is right.
It's showbiz,
And I'd
baby.
hate
It's
to see the
entertainment.
next guy come in and try to do anything with those guys. I mean, you want to talk about people that aren't easy to get along with. Ed now, they fall way deep in that category. I mean, those guys were so cool for 8 years when I was in that band, and the last couple of years, they turned into some other thing that I can't even describe what happened, but it was like some kind of cataclysmic
They left.
event.
It's not cataclysmic. They left the lifestyle behind. They didn't have the point of view. They didn't have the quarterbacks who could identify a lifestyle and a way to do it, to get after it. That's you and me, Sam, and we both have that completely and totally intact. Somewhere between Jimmy Buffett and the Led Zeppelins and the Grateful Deads and the Limp Bizkits is what we both sell for a living. It defies music, defies song lists, and it includes an entire day, much less an evening.
Sammy, why are you
See,
friends?
what's not to like about Dave? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
That was
Sammy.
beautiful,
But why
wasn't
are
it?
you
What'd he say?
friends? Sammy, why are you friends with
Hype.
Michael Anthony when he's one of the guys who threw you out of your band?
Michael Anthony
He
had
was
nothing to
not
do
the
with
bad
throwing me
guy.
out of
He
the
was
band.
only the messenger.
Exactly. Michael Anthony
you
wasn't
believe
even the
that?
messenger.
Of
They
course
hit
I
him in
believe
the
it.
back of somebody's trunk or something when they came in and made the phone call to me. Mike, he's a good guy.
So you hate Alex? You hate Alex? You guys hate Alex and
I don't
Eddie?
hate anybody, but those guys weren't cool. They owe me an apology.
What about
okay?
Eddie's alleged cancer? What's going on with that? You think that the guy would mellow a little bit? Have any of you been in touch with him about that?
Not recently.
I haven't.
No.
I don't know what's cooking with that.
Does he have cancer?
Yeah.
That is the question that you're asking. That the king of all media, and you don't know the answer indicates that there's a severe question.
So there's
here.
such
I
bad
don't know
blood that
what's
even when
cooking on it all.
the guy gets ill, like I saw in the Ramones, the guys had such a hatred of Joey that some of them did that they would not even get in touch with Joey.
No, if Ed was seriously ill and I've talked to people in the camp, I would certainly make the phone call and wish him goodwill, and I would go down and give the guy the biggest hug he's ever had if I thought it was time for that. But I don't think it's time for that, and the guy pissed me off, and he owes me a phone call. That's all there is to it.
I
If
hope
Ed
that
was
Eddie
seriously
is
sick, I would feel
healthy. I
horrible,
hope
Howard.
he's
From the
well.
bottom of my heart, I'd feel horrible.
I hope he's doing really well, and come the time that I find out that he is doing really, really well, I'll plant my foot so deep in his butt he'll think I grew there.
Well, listen, I wish both you guys luck. The Song for Song tour, the heavyweight champs of rock and roll
Look,
tour.
this is
Undisputed
going to be
heavyweight
fun.
This is
If
gonna be
it
fun.
gets to New York, I got to be there.
We will.
Because they're both going to kick butt on stage.
It's gonna be a mighty time.
David
Howard,
Lee.
and sometime I'm going to invite you out at 2 o'clock in the morning on the stage to sing Dreams with me, just like you invite me on your show at 5:30 a.m. You know
Bro,
what I'm saying?
let me out there with my guitar and let
I'll
me
get
do
back
some
to that.
damage. Let me out
Howard
there.
looks more like the hot for teacher type than the dreamy type, just from where where I'm setting.
Dave, I'll see you in Cleveland, pal.
Sam, be there. I'll meet you at the bar in 32 measures.
Right the hell
All right.
man.
Thanks, Sammy.
Peace.
Bye.
Well, the new Osbournes. David Lee and Sammy Hagar.
My
Put a
kids
camera
would
back
have
there.
to be skinnier.
Put the camera back there. My kids would have to be skinnier. You'd put them on a diet.
You would kill them if they weren't skinny.
If you allowed a camera in my home, you'd have to pixelate a lot more than dog do.
What about that? Would you be willing to allow the cameras in your home?
Yeah, but they wouldn't be able to show half of what they catch, you know.
Right. This isn't about the money, though, for you, this tour. This is about pride, and this is
about faceless, gratuitous backstage sex.
No, you also
Are you
love...
still doing this? You haven't given that up?
It ain't faceless. I know everybody now.
He actually learns their names now.
Oh,
He's matured.
Good for him.
David Lee, I love you. You know that.
Howard, you're the best.
I'm happy for you. I think this is a great idea, your tour. I said it from the beginning.
Thank you very
I
much.
thought you guys should have done this years ago. I love that you're going to be out there. Can't wait to see you out there playing when you come to New York. And Cleveland's in for a treat.
What are you wearing?
Spandex?
Skin tight, my best tactical spandex. We're
But
on
wait a
heightened
second.
alert, Howard.
That's a decent question because I'll tell you something.
Because I'm back in style all over again. Are you talking about low-cut bell bottoms with a drawstring and little Elvis loud and proud? Baby?
Nowadays, everybody dresses like kind of grunge, you know, just with a T-shirt. Any of the younger bands,
yeah.
you know, it's a T-shirt. It's almost like trying not to look sort of glam like Van Halen.
Well, you got to have a whole lot of self-confidence there. You're
Will you
talking
dress
about
up?
new young bands, then yeah, you know, when you're first starting out, then maybe you're a little undecided. But everybody's got a different trend. I kind of occupy a space in my own, you know.
Well, you're doing well, David Lee Roth. This is it. Far cry from the days when you were wandering around in the park scoring pot. You're back on top of the world, and I love it.
Good for him.
Yeah,
Great.
here. And this should be great. And in fact, you really want to stick it to Van Halen, you should have the guys in your band wear Eddie Van Halen masks. Just have them parade
No,
around.
you know
I
what?
think the new guys are going to dignify themselves. They're new, they're hot, and they're doing it for all the wrong
If
reasons.
they really want to stick it to the Van Halens, stay on tour. Don't start fighting with each other and end the tour.
And I think, as you
Keep
can
the peace.
probably discern, that between Sam and I, the most intense level of rivalry is nothing that doesn't end with the last bell and the first beer.
I think that they're going to go out on tour, and I think their management is going to do everything to keep them separate,
So they don't get on each
and
other.
so they don't get on each other's nerves.
My management's already threatening that.
You know what you ought to really do?
Get him
You want
another
to-
bus.
If you want to, yeah, right. If you want to stick it, to Van Halen, you F Valerie Bertinelli right on stage, right at
I
the
don't
finale.
think he could do that.
Well, maybe I could do a porno with her and call it Inappropriately Touched by an Angel.
There you go. I give this 2 shows, and these guys are going to be killing each other. But listen, I wish you the best of luck. I know you're going to have your hands full between you and Sammy and all your entourages.
Somebody is.
It's going to be beautiful.
God bless.
And within 2 weeks, Dave should fire Sammy, and that'll be the end of it. We'll be back with the news right after.
Hello, Gary. This is Riley. I'm calling you from L.A. You motherfucker brain damaged or what? All right. You called me at 8:05. We've been trying to contact you for some time now. How can I be on your show when you don't talk to my representative, who is sleeping out here in L.A.? Give us a call. We'd like to be on this morning. We were on your chump-ass show last night. And let's do something here, man.
That one guy put together that Metallica song.
That was great.
That was really good. I sure wouldn't mind them playing that song while we invade Iraq. I really wouldn't. A plane has crashed into the World Trade Center. The World Trade Center is on fire. I don't have any more details. I'm following this story. Was it a terrorist attack? It's got to be. We're under attack. We're under attack. You know who it is. I can't say, but I know who it is. It's war. Come on. Oh, my God. It's got to be. We're at war. A second plane might have crashed, and a second building is on fire. There are people flying planes into New York City and crashing into buildings. The attacks occurred 18 minutes apart. What's going to be next? You know what? This is our worst nightmare. You knew this was going to happen one day. What is it, Joey Booth?
Howard, hey, I'm down on West 4th Street. We heard the first explosion. We went outside. We're watching the smoke come out. There's a hole in the side of the building. All of a sudden, maybe, 10 minutes later, there was another plane flying around, and that disappeared into the... We have the technology. We know where they are. We can do it. Just do it.
We can't get Bin Laden, and there's something wrong in this world.
Howard, we were standing here, and we were just discussing the things that were going on, and the second building just crumbled right in front of us. Are you watching the footage?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrific.
So countries just collapse.
What? Oh, everything around you is in danger.
All Americans to get their arms together, baby.
Everybody's at work at 9 o'clock. They timed it just perfectly. I can't even believe it. It makes me cry. It's sad. They're going to bomb a whole bunch of sites. Make sure everybody takes charge.
This will be going on every day now unless we act swiftly.
That's how we take these terrorist asses. It's whole other damn country. You can't even see downtown. It's completely covered with smoke from the collapse of one of the greatest buildings ever built.
Now is the time to stop their rhetoric. The Arab world has to be taught a lesson. It's time to end the misery for the world. All these countries are jealous of us, our way of life. Countries have to be held responsible. Let their people burn and suffer. We have to protect our way of life. We're too liberal. When parents are too liberal, the kids get spoiled, and they act out. Teach them a lesson.
Good morning, everybody. What's happening?
Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now. Hey now.
Hey now, everybody. What's happening? Good morning and welcome to the show. We've got a big show for you today. You know who's stopping by today? Evil Dave Letterman will be with us.
Wonderful.
Wow. Hey now.
Wow. Later in the show. Much later. I didn't think we needed him here all 4 hours.
Okay, Dave's getting over. He needs to rest.
Because of his evil shingles.
He's doing his voice exercise.
I was reading in the paper, some dude wrote into the Daily News and said, you know, how come all those protesters didn't, like, lay down in the street and get all dramatic when 9/11 happened?
I don't remember them being around.
They were too busy running. People should have been, like, marching through the streets. You know, protesting, like protesting the animals over in the other part of the world there. You know, and laying down in the streets. And France and all of them should have been laying down in the streets.
Yeah, they should have gone to places where people commit terrorist acts and train and say, we're having a die-in right here.
Yeah. You know, no one has protests. Well, the war is going well. You know what freaks me out? That the stock market gets affected by the war. Like, to me, the stock market is a reflection on how solvent companies are and how, you know, how well they're doing. It's such it shows you the stock market is like gambling. I mean, it is such an emotional roller coaster.
Apparently, the people who are on it every day are gamblers.
I know, because it's like you know, it's like going to Golden Palace, for God's sakes.
Right.
I mean, it's so up and down. Yesterday it went up like I don't know how many points.
But why?
Because we announced that Saddam Hussein might be dead. Now,
but that wasn't true.
No, but it's good news, but it shouldn't affect...
Well, that's what I'm saying. It could be real, but what does it have to do with business?
Nothing. It has nothing to do with the price of a stock.
Right. Well, actually it does, because obviously all stocks are inflated when things are good.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so I think that's real interesting. I got more David Lee Roth tape today, too.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
I forgot again to listen. David has to be on for a few more days for me to get that he's on the air.
Yeah, we forget.
How long's he on for?
Just till tomorrow, I think.
Oh.
Where's Kane?
I don't know. He had to take 3 days off for some reason.
A modeling job?
Maybe.
Auditioning for Entertainment Tonight. Sex in the City role. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe that big movie's coming.
Maybe that big movie. The big news yesterday was that Jennifer Garner, the chick from Daredevil, in the TV show, Alias, is divorcing her husband.
Surprise!
Yeah, we knew it. Beth said that to me. You could see the look in her eye. She was going to trade up.
Yeah, all of a sudden she was a little too high profile.
Yeah.
To be married to a Scott Foley.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's Scott Foley? Is he an actor, Scott Foley?
Yeah.
He was on the show Felicity. And I guess, you know, they met on the set of Felicity, and he was one of the leads.
Yeah, and she was just an also-ran.
She aspires to be Mrs. Vin Diesel, I think.
Well, that would be a power couple.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny because people think that women are above that it's only guys who are famous. And you know whose marriage I think is really hanging by a thread?
Whose?
The chick that's in My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh, really?
Well, because she married a regular guy.
Yeah.
And then she had, and she never knew she was going to have this hit movie. Then she had this hit movie. She lost a couple of pounds. She's really famous. She goes to all these parties.
Yeah. She's having fun.
Alone, too.
Yeah, she's having a good time.
I actually know those two, and they're very much in love.
Yeah.
I know them.
The guy worked on, her husband worked on the Norm Show. But I've seen him.
They're above.
That's the best looking guy.
Yeah, but look at her.
Right, well, no, but she's hot right now. She's got
she'll never be hot. Trust me.
No, I don't mean hot looking.
It's a fluke. It's a fluke.
That TV show's a hit.
I know. Doesn't make sense. I don't even want to talk about it.
That's one of those things that you can't explain.
Yeah. I mean, if someone said they were making a TV show of that horrible movie, My Big Fat Greek Wedding, I would have said, you got to be kidding me. Lightning struck once. It's not striking again, stupid. I mean, that's just doesn't even make sense.
I guess if a movie makes that much money, it's got a built-in following.
But usually they do that. They take a movie and they make a TV show, but it almost never works.
Yeah. Oh yeah, except for MASH and some other stuff. Well, anyway, hey, look, I got to take a break, get this thing going. Get the party started. And we'll get to your phone calls and everything else, and we have a million things to tell you. There's a pile on my desk here, a mile long. We'll be back right after these words.
Hi, my name is Tony. I'm from Mexico. I don't speak English very good, but since I started listening to Howard Stern, I have been improving every day now. Words like lesbian, vagina, boner, queef, and douchebag have been rolling off my immigrant tongue. Thank you, Howard Stern, the greatest English teacher in the world.
You're listening to Newsbreaker. Howard Stern.
Let's break some news.
You got terrific hooters, but you got a butter face. Your ass couldn't be much cuter, but you got a butter face.
The big Butterface contest will be going on in Las Vegas. We got an email from a guy yesterday. He said, you got to check out this chick. She went to my high school. And this girl could win the Butterface contest in a second. She would take the $25,000 in a minute. Now, she didn't enter the contest. He just sent it in as an example.
Right.
This chick, if you put your finger over her face in the picture and you look, you're like, oh, my God, I'm in love. The body, perfect. I mean perfect 10.
Wow.
Yeah. Then you move your thumb, and it's not like she becomes a 4.
She goes all the way down to a 4?
Yeah, it's funny as hell.
Oh, my God.
It's astonishing. She's the perfect example.
But I said to Gary, this chick, there's no way she knows she's a Butterface. You can see how she's posed. She's beautiful. She's, guys probably hit on her all the time because her body's so perfect.
Well, that's what I was saying. They get this feedback from the world that tells them things aren't bad.
Guys say to me, how do I tell a girl she's a Butterface because I'd like to get in on the $25,000 prize? And I said, you know what? Have them call me. I mean, literally call me on the show here live, and I'll tell the girls. I'll say, hey, listen, this guy thinks you might be a Butterface, but why don't you enter the pageant and find out?
Right.
Because she'll say, I'm not a Butterface. I said, come on.
You're crazy.
$25,000 if you win. Gary thought no one noticed his caps. Baba Booey, the biggest teeth on the goddamn planet. Guy's got big lips and thick, like dull, grayish caps. And I'm sure caps that looked bad, like this. Like, make them white. And I finally said to him, Gary, we're making fun of your caps. He goes, you didn't know I had caps. Someone told you.
Who told you?
I was like, you got to be kidding. So, this is what goes on.
Well, I was trying to say that yesterday. These girls do not know.
Mm-hmm.
And so they don't know they wouldn't know to put themselves in the contest. Somebody's going to have to tell them.
If you want to enter our Butterface contest, everything's great but your face.
In fact, that guy you got he should find that girl and help her enter.
Oh, my God. Split the money with her. David, you have a chance to win $25,000. Send us your picture and contact information. You can call us back in the office. You can email us at contest@howardstern.com.
Or they can call 1-800-44-STERN.
Yeah, Gary give you all the details. The $25,000 prize provided by Trim Spa. Call 1-800-TRIM-SPA for details on their $110,000 challenge.
Oh.
Trim-Spa, become all you ever envied. They got some kind of challenge going on. But for $25,000, all you got to do is enter our little beauty pageant. And we're going to do this in Vegas. And if you win, you'll be crowned Miss Butterface. $25,000. We'll be doing our show from the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino April 22nd through the 24th.
I'm just wondering if Miss Butterface will be proud of her title.
Probably not.
Sure she will. Come on.
I mean, she's got a great body.
Everybody wants a title.
Mm-hmm. So think long and hard. I said most women are going to look. You know, most guys can look in the mirror. They know if they got a bad mug. I know I do.
I don't think so, because we've had a lot of guys, you know, when we used to do Dilatate all the time, guy would tell you he's good looking, he walks in here, you go, what is he talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Guys don't know either. Guys just think if they look human, they're fine.
Yeah. Well, look at Chauncey coming in here thinking he's better looking than me, and as bad as I am, I was better looking than him. Good Lord. John, you're on the air.
Well, hey, Howard, I just think your scoring is wrong. If you're gonna give one score to the prettiest girl, it's gonna be a high score. Then you're gonna take points away for her being ugly.
No, this is how the pageant's gonna go, and I anticipate we're gonna have 5 women competing. And what's gonna happen is, I mean, it might be more, but this is what I'm predicting. They come out in their bathing suit. There's a bag over there. The judges look at the body and go, oh, my God, perfect body. 10.
Or a good body.
7, 8, whatever it is, whatever points that they give the body. Then I slowly take the bag off the head and reveal. Actually, they step behind a sheet. See, I'm not sure which way to do this. All right, no, I'm going to get rid of the sheet.
Yeah,
so then you don't need a sheet. Then you remove the bag. You understand?
Yeah.
And then there's a loud, audible gasp from the audience, like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, you want to hear almost like a Homer Simpson, like a
Yeah, like not even a scream. It's like a.
Yeah, like you're hitting the gut.
Yeah, there it is. Like,
Yeah, because you looked at that girl yesterday. You put your finger over her face. You didn't need a sheet over her body.
No.
When you saw the face with the body.
Yeah, no, yeah. So anyway. Yeah. So, yeah. Anybody get the Chris Rock yes for you, Fred? No, yeah. Please do that. Please, somebody. Yeah. So anyway, then there's a loud, audible gasp from the audience. And then the judges go, for the face, 2. Meaning, terrible. She's a 2. And then you take her body score.
And her face.
And her face score.
Divide
by 2, and that's your score.
Oh, okay.
Come on, that's great.
I see.
Yeah. We put a lot of thought into this, sir.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah, I thought you were adding the 2 of them, and then that wouldn't work because you could have a 6 and a 6, and then you'd have 12 at that point. So
it's best body, worst face.
Great.
See, but maybe that doesn't work out now that I'm thinking about it. Because
if a girl has a 10 and a 2.
Right, she'd be a 12, then she gets a 6.
Right. Then you have a 4 and an 8.
See, but wouldn't it work? See, it doesn't work. Because the low score will... You see, it should be the lowest.
I got it worked out. This is what everyone says we should do. It's a 1 to 10 for the best body.
Go ahead.
And a 1 to 10, a 10 being the worst face.
Right. Exactly. That'll do it.
Minus 4.
This guy's right.
Right.
Because you got to get a high score.
Right. A 20 is the winner. A 10.
That's exactly right.
A 10 bad face, and a 10 great body.
10 being ugliest.
Right. Your 20 is a winner.
20 takes the contest.
Now, what do we do in case of a tie?
In the event of a tie?
You have a runoff.
Really? They should run off.
They run off into another state, way far away from us.
They both get bukkakied in the event of a tie.
Yeah. All right, thank you.
Thanks, Howard.
Thanks for pointing that out, John. You're absolutely right. We would have figured that out eventually.
Yeah, the sheet might be a bad idea, because I saw that email picture, and you really got to see the whole thing together to believe
how much a face can bring you down.
Yeah.
All right. Nick, you're on the air.
Hey, I was watching Tonight Show last night, and Jillian Barber and her whole crew was on there, and they were just like, yeah. You could just tell Jay was like, shut the hell up. Because if he didn't go to a break as soon as they did, he would have snapped. They just cannot stop talking. Jillian cannot stop talking.
Jay doesn't like chaos on that show.
Oh, yeah, you can tell.
Thank you.
Jillian was just after mouth, just going.
Jillian's an interesting chick. That's a chick who, like, has to wear a belly shirt everywhere she goes. She's so insecure.
Loves you.
Yeah, I know. She has to wear a belly shirt everywhere because she's got a good body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's got a good belly.
She's not a butterface.
No, she's an attractive woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
If anything, she's got a bit of a butter body because
Butter body.
her arms and legs are a little stubby. I mean, if you're going to get picky about it, I mean, I bang her very hard.
Oh, yeah.
I find her very attractive.
Hey, if you approach her, I guarantee you can score. I guarantee.
Yeah, she's kind of giving me the signals that I could bang her.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we were backstage at that boxing match, and she was kind of giving me the vibe. You know,
Yeah.
I think if I had her up and to give her the Nobu treatment up in my apartment, I could,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, fly in a few rock shrimp.
It'd be on.
I can't believe we're having rock shrimp right in your apartment. You really know people. All right, spread your legs. Let's do it already.
Shut up!
Whip off that, wrap that belly shirt around your mouth and let's get going.
Gag her with her belly shirt.
Gag her with her belly shirt. Beth and I had some wild sex last night.
Really?
Yeah. Freaky.
Freaky sex?
Ain't it? Yeah.
What are you doing?
I have this.
What the hell happened?
Forget it. I don't even want to go into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were getting down.
He didn't tie her up.
A little something like that.
Oh.
Any porno involved?
No, but we were talking about watching porno tonight.
They were making porno.
Oh.
We made our own porno. But we're thinking about watching some porno tonight.
Is that right?
Wednesday night porno.
Wednesday night porno night.
Hump night.
Yeah. She was saying to me, she did some modeling job, and she was going to go out to dinner with a bunch of people. She wasn't feeling all that well anyway. And I said, listen, you don't need to go to any dinner. I got your dinner right here.
We need to take care of your pride.
Yeah, you need to get better.
I got your dinner. Ho! How about a little poop steak? Ho! I'm going to take you out and throw a burger down your throat. Ho!
Yeah, you see, I don't have anywhere to tie a chick up in my apartment. So I'm doing this move now where you take something, a piece of material, you tie her up and hold it over her head. Control the whole situation.
I see. So she's bound, but not to something.
Yeah.
Do a lot of apartments come with an area to tie a chick up?
Most people have a bed, like Robin has one of those old-fashioned romantic beds with the bedposts.
Oh.
You got to get one of those.
Right.
Robin bought that so Mr. X could tie her up. Believe me, there's a lot of tying and bonding. You love to be tied up, I can tell.
Get out.
You got that look in your eye.
Please.
You like things done against your will.
Right.
Like to have your legs spread akimbo. Now things are done to you. All broads like that. You know why? Because they don't have to do anything.
Then they don't have an excuse for not doing it.
Yeah, you just...
I'm tied up.
I'd tie you up like a rodeo calf. You wouldn't even know it hit you.
A rodeo calf?
Yeah.
8 seconds.
I'd chase you around the house and do my lasso.
Give a new meaning to 8 seconds.
8 seconds.
That's it. That's all he needs.
Big movie for Luke Perry.
Had to do it.
I had to get out of 90210 to go do 8 seconds. Genius. Another genius career.
He seems to be doing okay. He hasn't crashed any cars.
Luke's not a real well-thought-out guy. He was on Beverly Hills 90210. And he had the same agent I did down Buckwald.
Yeah.
He comes to me and he goes, I'm leaving Buckwald when he got to 90210. I go, why are you leaving Buckwald? He goes, he didn't pay enough attention to me when I was doing a soap opera. I go, yeah. So that's why you're leaving him? I go, why would he pay attention to you when you were doing a soap opera? He made your contract. What's he going to do with you? Now you got something going on. Now he'll do something with you. That's how it works. He's holding a grudge. So he goes off and gets one of these, agents that...
Right, the big Hollywood agent.
That doesn't even know you. And, of course, they're going to take him. He's Luke Perry from Beverly Hills 90210. They go in and make him, 3 bad movie deals. Career over. Every young actor makes that mistake.
Well, he did the worst thing, though. He left and came back.
Yeah, that's like putting your tail between your legs.
Yeah. I was wrong. Take me back.
Yeah. Love me, daddy. Oh, man. It's too much.
Well, maybe he saved a few pennies.
Who, Luke?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to have some scratch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't think he's doing the private jet thing.
No, I don't think that.
Yeah.
I'm sure he can afford the Nobu thing maybe once a year.
Yeah. He got married. Another good move.
A series of great
with
moves.
this anti-marriage thing. Most people are doing it.
Yeah.
Like you.
Yeah.
They do it at least once.
At least once. Yeah, yeah. Keep doing it.
You did it.
Yeah. I did.
You were so smart.
Yeah, learn from me. If you're going to learn from me. I tell you. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I just remembered I left Beth tied up.
Oh,
I got to go. I got to leave. I got to.
Yeah, you can't let somebody go in and untie her.
God damn
And
it.
is somebody coming to your apartment going to find her, though?
You know what? Send Double A over there. I'm sure.
Double A.
Could you imagine he walks in tied up?
Yeah.
And when you get home, she's going to be hornier than ever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be funny if a bunch of household staff...
Yeah, right. Yeah. Fortunately, I don't have a staff.
And there's the missus of the house all tied up.
Yeah. All right, Double A, you're on the air. Speaking of the double. Hey, what's going on? Fred does a good impression of you.
What's going on, Hal? What's going on? You know, I saw the Goldust show last night, and just when I thought your show couldn't get better, I don't know how you do it. I just don't know how you do it. Is Beth coming to Vegas?
Not bad.
He just said everything I was going to say. Now, I was saying about that Miss Butterface contest, man. That's going to be awesome and degrading both at the same time.
Right.
Who's going to be the judges to that?
Well, you know, we've been giving that a lot of thought. We might end up with a celebrity judge, but, you know, Ralph is good at it.
Yeah.
We're going to judge, basically. You know, me, Robin, Fred.
Yeah, whoever's around the table
No Benji.
at that time.
Okay.
I had a weird conversation the other day about Vegas. You know, we're going to Vegas April 22nd to the 24th. Hard Rock Hotel. Like, we go every year. We love it over there. They're great. So Benji went to the guys at E and said, he doesn't come to me directly, but Benji goes, you know, I contribute to the show. I write for the show. I would like to be able to sit at the table where you guys do the show. We do the show from a blackjack table.
Right.
So I'm like, you know, Benji's really not on mic, and I'm not sure what he needs to be on the blackjack table for, other than he wants a little recognition.
Right.
God only knows from who. I know he's doing a good job.
No, I think he's looking for girls or something.
Frauds, yeah.
That's not true what you've said.
Well, what are you looking for? Because quite frankly, I got so little room. You know what it is? I got so many microphones to run.
I understand that's not what I asked, and I thought it...
What did you ask? Because DePace told me you wanted that, and I said to DePace, "Oy vey, do I have to go deal with this?"
It's not what I asked.
Well, tell us what you asked.
When we went to Vegas before, I was shoved in a real kind of little corner.
That's true. It wasn't even a corner. It's like a prefabricated phone booth.
I saw him fine. As long as I could, I saw you. I don't need to see you.
And I said this was kind of I thought it was a bad spot.
Why? For what?
It was hard to see what was going on. It wasn't where the psychological feel was going on. And I asked Scott if it could be moved. He said no, but next time if we go, just bring it up to me ahead of time, and I'll see what we can do. He said bring it up to me ahead of time.
I'd put you right up at the table, dude. I think it's funny, but, you know.
So, Scott, this time...
Want me to be honest? You distract me. Your face. You're odd.
Benji, I asked you one question. I said, can you do your job better if you were...
Scott, did I ask to sit at the table? Yes or no?
No, not at the table. You wanted to be on camera.
Did I say specifically? Did I say it's not...
You wanted to be on the set.
Did I say, Scott... Keep me off camera. I'm fine with that.
What I told you was...
yes or no?
Listen to me,
Scott, yes or no?
Benji, stop the shtick.
I'm not doing
listen
shit.
to me.
Benji, calm down.
I said there is no way...
Say yes or no.
Just say... I didn't hear your question.
This isn't shtick.
No, he gets bummed about being shoved in a corner.
Just say yes or no.
I don't even know if I heard your question.
Did I say it's fine to keep me off camera? Say, keep me off camera.
Yes. And you know what I told you?
Okay, stop right now.
No, you know what? No, listen. Let him talk now.
Let him talk.
And I said to you, I can't figure a way to put you on the set, not on camera, without building a wall in front of you. And you said that's no good.
Because he wants to be on camera.
Exactly.
No, that's not true, Howard.
That is true.
I said,
I asked you one question. Listen to me.
No, let me answer. Did I say put me down on the ground? Did I say put me down on the ground, keep me off the camera, keep me out of sight?
And I explained to you there's a cement floor.
He asked reasons. He said, well, Howard doesn't want this, this, and this. It's fine. It's.
What do you want? Tell me what you want. I want to hear your problem.
Absolutely, I love recognition. If you say, Benji, we want you on the camera.
You want to be on camera.
No.
You know what? Scott bought Benji black T-shirts so he wouldn't be seen on the E! Show. You know this?
No, he bought black
T-shirts. Yeah, talk about that.
Because I made the decision, if you're not going to have Benji's mic up all the time,
right?
Why see him? He's distracting. So
right.
Benji wore nothing but white T-shirts, and there was no way we could physically possible in this room make him dark on camera.
Right.
So we bought him some black T-shirts. In the case that he wore something white, I brought it in and said, hey, Benji, put this on.
How soon until you tell him to put shoe polish on his face?
We thought...
Put a bag on his head.
Now,
here's my point, Benj.
No.
You're not on... Are you going to let me talk or are you going to yell?
Yeah, but I hate being misconstrued all the time.
I don't care about your stru. Here's the deal. I think you do a great job. You're really not an on-camera guy. You're not we don't mic you all the time. If I have you up there, it's one more microphone I got to sit and worry about, and it's one more space taken up every time I want to get a guest in there. It's a small little table. Now, if you're not going to be up at the table, where is it you would want to be on camera?
I didn't say about being on camera. There's a lot of space.
So then what do you need?
I think he feels isolated. Is that right, Benji? And you'd like to be...
Well, what's the difference? You're listening over headphones.
Howard, wherever I am, I will do a good job. I will do the best job I can.
Exactly.
And I will do a good
Stop
job.
there.
Shut up.
Stop there.
Scott, shut up.
Shut up. No. Scott, what do you think Benji needs? Yes or no? Yes or no? A haircut.
Scott, just shut up a second.
A bag over his head. This has been going on, and it's like, you know what? I feel bad for Benji. Benji wants to be a superstar. I know that. And I love Benji. He's a good kid. He's not even so much of a kid anymore.
You love him?
He's middle-aged.
You know, we don't know how old Benji is.
He's about 35.
35?
Yeah, he's no kid.
Kidding.
No.
Are you kidding?
Well, what do you think he is?
He claims to be under 30.
He was, in his 20s.
No, in fact, when he first interned for us, he wasn't even in college.
Are you kidding me?
He went and signed up for college for 1 credit, so Tom couldn't say he couldn't work intern here.
So he was like a 30-year-old Billie Jean King and Bobby Riggs.
But if you're so sure, give me odds, give me points.
All right. We got the whole bit. We're done.
Odds, points,
We'll see when we get there.
We just want to see you lose.
That's all.
Well, you'll be seeing me lose a lot in those 3 days.
We're going to take a break. We're going to do news for you right after these words.
Hi, this is Ronnie Martin. I have been on aerial ships not of this earth. I have visited with aliens aboard the mothership. Now I'm visiting Howard Stern, a man whom I admire.
Known and respected throughout the world. This is
Howard Stern.
Aqualung, my friend, don't you know? It don't come easy. Snot is running down his nose. Snot running down his nose. Greasy fingers, smearing shabby toes. Aqualung. Is it any wonder I reject your breast?
I still don't know what the right word is.
Is it any wonder
I reject you first.
I reject you first.
You reject my breast.
I always thought it was I reject your breast.
I can't help you out with that one. The only word I understand in that is fame.
Fame, 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 fame.
Good tune.
Yeah, great tune. That Ali G dude is kind of funny.
Yeah, I like him. I'm beginning to like him a lot.
I saw him with former Secretary of State James Baker. He was interviewing him.
Yeah.
During the Gulf War, when did you decide to invade Iran?
We never invaded Iran.
Which one did you go into?
We had a troop presence for a short period of time in southern Iraq.
Ain't they the same thing, though? Ain't that just...
They're two different countries, Iraq and Iran.
Do you think it would be a good idea if one of them changed their name to make it very different sounding from the other one?
No, because Iran doesn't sound like Iraq.
Ain't there a real danger that someone give like a message over the radio to one of them fighter pilots, whatever, saying bomb Iraq, and the geezer don't hear it properly and bomb Iran rather than Iraq.
No danger.
How does you make countries do stuff you want?
Well, the way you deal with countries in foreign policy, on foreign policy issues, I think that's what you're asking me.
No doubt.
Is you deal with carrots and sticks.
But what country is going to want carrots, even if there is like 1 million tons of carrots that you was giving over there?
Well, carrots, I'm not using that term literally. You might offer foreign aid to money, okay? Money.
Money is better than carrots. Even if a country love carrots and that is like the favorite national food, if they get given like billions of tons...
Don't get hung up on carrots. That's just a figure of speech.
So would you ever send carrots?
Man, oh, man.
You know, is there any situation?
No.
What about in a famine? What about in a
Carrots
famine?
themselves? No.
It's terrible. Dave Letterman joining us.
He sounds like he's screwing a dead goat. It's terrible.
You don't like it.
Perfect analogy of it.
All right. You're a funny guy.
Yeah.
All right. Time for news. There's a chick on the phone. She plays for the WNBA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's she want?
Her name is Cara Walter. Hey, Cara.
She wants you, Artie.
Yeah, she'll get it.
Hello?
Hey, Cara, are you allowed to play Artie in a basketball game? Or
I don't know. I don't know what my rules are in my contract. I don't think so, but I would like to coach and stack whatever girl you get against Artie.
I don't even think it'll be necessary.
Yeah, what about coaching me if you think I need it so bad?
Artie has this weird thing that, like, any girl he could beat at a sport.
Yeah, why would
I
a
didn't
girl
say that.
bother to coach you with that attitude?
I didn't say that. I'm just saying that a chick who is really good at a sport amongst other chicks isn't that good with a guy who just knows how to play on an average level.
That is not true at all.
All right.
And by the way, Bally's is putting up a $10,000 prize on this.
Bally's is going to train me, so you're really in trouble.
Bally's is going to train. All the training in the world is not going to help you, Artie. There's no way. You get the right girl.
Cara, what team?
You can't just pick any girl off the street.
Cara, what team do you play for?
I play for my name's Tara, and I play for the Sacramento Monarchs.
Oh, I wish you
Who
were
are they?
Artie.
She's another one who won a bunch of championships. She's 6'7", Howard.
I'm Howard.
Yeah.
Howard.
Yeah.
I'm the only girl in the WNBA who has a boob job.
Are you hot?
I'm a 6'7" hot girl.
Is it hard for you? Be honest with me. Is it hard for you to get dates being 6'7"?
No, my boyfriend's 6 feet.
Really? It's
I
so
dated
tough
short
on
man.
chicks.
Can I play your boyfriend in a game?
And where do you go for clothes? I mean, do you have to have everything custom made?
Yeah, I get a lot of stuff made and a lot of catalogs.
You know what's a drag? Like, she's 6'7" and stuff. And if she was making NBA money, you know, like men,
Oh, yeah, she was a guy.
you could almost say it's worth it. But, like, these chicks don't. What do you... I don't even think you clear $100,000, do you?
A lot of us don't. Our average salary in the WNBA is about $40,000.
Wow. So $40,000.
Yeah, so I need a job. Can I come work for you guys?
So $40,000.
No, come beat Artie. There's $10,000.
Okay, here's the point. Here's the point. You go down to West 4th
I like that
Street.
the WNBA doesn't want to allow these chicks to play Artie for $10,000.
They got contracts? Forget
Meanwhile,
about it.
it's a fourth of their salary.
You know what they do?
I know. No kidding, huh?
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You know what chicks do?
I agree with you, Howard.
Not only that, it'd be good for the WNBA. Get them some... I mean, no one ever talks about
That's
it.
exactly how women's tennis
I agree. I think it would be great for the WNBA. I also think a girl should pose for Playboy from the WNBA, but I think they would think that was, like, horrible. I think it would be great for the league.
You know what? Why don't you just go do it? Because, quite frankly, if Playboy pays you $100,000...
Playboy pays you 5 years.
Yeah.
Because what these chicks end up doing, Howard, is they go over to Europe and they play in, like, you know, they'll finish WNBA and they'll play
that's
in
what
Europe.
we do. I played over in Italy. That's where we make all our money. In the off-season, we play overseas, and we make great money. Overseas, you can make, like, especially if you're a big girl, like I'm a big girl, you can make, like, $20,000 a month.
Does a dude want to, like, bang you? Could they get into something freaky, like, you know, because you're so big?
Yeah, it's like they want to climb me, you know?
Yeah, and isn't it weird, like, when you wrap your arms around a dude because he's so much...
you could probably lift a dude.
He's so much more powerful. I know I need to feel like I'm in charge.
No, well, you know, I'm a freak, so I like, you know, I'm a freak, and I like the fact that, you know, guys like it. It's something different. It's fun. It's not...
But you're
you know,
a girl...
I like to feel like, I don't know, like I'm You know, even though I'm a big girl, I like to be taken care of. You know what I mean? Like, I like feeling dominated, I guess.
Can you buy thongs and stuff?
Yeah. You know, that's the thing. Like, I'm big, but I'm sexy. It's okay to be big and sexy.
But, like, if you're standing up with a guy, your bush is in most guys' faces. I mean, seriously.
Girl wants it.
6'7". I'm 6'5". I know how awkward it is.
Yeah, well, usually my boobs are in a guy's face, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Get a face full of vag.
But I would really like to coach whatever girl you get. If I can't play, because, I mean, I would kill Artie. That's not even a contest.
Howard, I watched her play. When she was in college, she'd pummel him.
But here's my point. To the street court on West 4th Street and get some of the guys who get in those games, good guys in those games, they could probably all play for the Sacramento Monarchs.
But you know what? The thing is, Artie, we're not comparing. Like, it's apples and oranges. Like, obviously, guys are quicker. They're more athletic. They can jump higher. But that doesn't mean if you get a girl who can shoot, that she can't shoot the lights out and beat this guy. Or you can't get a girl who can cross him over. And, you know, just because physically, yes, they're going to jump higher or be a little quicker, doesn't mean that she can't beat him.
That's what I'm talking about, Artie. The skills these girls have on the court to get around you.
I want Artie to play the Division II chick who's 5'5". I still say he won't beat her.
I agree with you.
Yeah, I don't think he beat anyone. Like, and you're saying you can't take anyone from college or the WNBA because of rules?
We might be. We're working on it. We might be able to.
WNBA players are checking the rules. They're all checking their contracts. And, you know, WNBA is even looking into it for us as well. They're going to try to find a player for us.
They're for it.
For $40,000, you shouldn't even have to have a contract.
I know.
Yeah,
that's terrible.
Well, I don't think we're allowed to mud wrestle either.
Yeah, I like that these chicks are getting paid $40,000 a year, and they give them contracts telling them what they can do.
Can't do stuff.
Well, maybe they only get paid $40,000 a year because no one goes to the games.
And that's not true.
But you know, I dig what you're saying, but the fact of the matter is, for $40,000 a year, why are they signing these contracts where they can tell them what they can and can't do?
You should be allowed to do whatever you want.
Yeah, for $40,000, you should be, you know,
absolutely
more money as a janitor.
And they have a TV contract. WNBA is on TV as soon as the NBA season ends, so there's somebody's making money.
Yeah, and it's not the players. It's really bad.
Anyway.
But do you think? Let me ask you this then: if you think I beat a chick like 6th or 7th off the bench in the WNBA, or if it was competitive, she beats me by 3 points. Do you think the WNBA takes a major blow to its reputation at that point?
No.
Well, it won't happen. There's
I don't think they care.
There's no way you'll beat any player in the WNBA.
I've spoken to some people, and they're
already saying he can.
I'm saying if it's like there's 12 players on the WNBA team, or is it different than guys?
It's 11.
There's 11. Okay, the 11th chick on the Sacramento Monarchs, I bet will be a competitive contest with me.
You're
absolutely.
Crazy.
Okay.
Let's see.
Get the 11th worst chick.
We're trying to get it set up.
How did he get this way?
He was raised by old Italian men.
No. I just think that it's...
What happened to the 6th person off the bench? Getting nervous?
Yeah, what happened? All of a sudden you moved from the 6th person off the bench to the...
She said, well, you know, she just said anybody in the WNBA.
I agree. There's no way you can beat anybody in the WNBA.
All right, baby, I got to go.
All right, thank you, guys.
I'd love to talk to you about your sex life.
Hey, well, we could do that. Just let me know when I can come in. We can do that.
You can bring it. You know what? You got to have her and her boyfriend in.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to hear about that. I mean, doggy style, the guy would have to stand up on some phone books. Right? Am I right or am I wrong?
He needs a stool, yes.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. He takes care of it just fine.
All right, babe. All right. I bet you Dave's waving his hand. I'm ignoring it.
He was, yes.
Tara, thank you very much.
Okay, hopefully I'll meet you someday, Howard.
I'd love it.
All right.
Yeah, I'll put you on hold. Hold on.
All right.
So we got a lot of takers now.
Yeah, we're going to be fine. Yeah, Dave Leverman.
No, I was just saying, this woman, Cara, she's talking about making extra money. I think she ought to, go pose, for Playboy before Elizabeth Smart does. Yeah.
Hey, Robin, let's do some news.
All right.
Dave, you're finished.
Yeah, I know.
It's over.
Yeah.
You got shingles.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to go embed myself with the Rockettes.
Are you sure Kelly Carpenter is not a man? I mean, Kelly Carpenter. Are you sure Rosie O'Donnell is not a man?
That's a man.
What do you mean?
I'll play her in hoops.
Kelly Carpenter's name is now Kelly O'Donnell.
Yeah, they made it official, evidently. That was in the newspaper.
Cindy Adams says they proved it to her on the street the other day.
Wow.
That Kelly Carpenter is now Kelly O'Donnell, that she took out a driver's license and showed it. And you can't fake a driver's license. They say that Rosie O'Donnell has decided, you know, they went through the steps, and she has legally changed her name in the court.
So they're married.
Well, I don't think it's really a marriage. They probably had some kind of a ceremony, but they went the full distance and said, legally, you have to call Kelly Carpenter Kelly O'Donnell. So they're as close to married as you can be for two chicks.
I would love to have been at the wedding if they had one.
How you going to get an invite?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not positive Rosie O'Donnell's not a man, but I don't want to check. I mean, I don't want to really know.
We'll take her word for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's got the new hairdo, and Kelly Carpenter is now to be addressed as Kelly O'Donnell.
All right, good.
Also in the news today, a woman who is 42 years old and the mother of two has married a 14-year-old boy.
Can you do that? Is that illegal?
This is legal somewhere in the United States. Alabama.
A 42-year-old woman could marry a 14-year-old boy.
That's right.
Wow.
In Alabama.
Yeah, but who even knew that was legal?
Dana Sancho tied the knot with honor student Irvin Vincent O'Rourke III in Mobile, where 14 is the minimum age for getting legally hitched. He, of course, had to get his parents' permission, and they gave it.
Wow.
It is unusual, but nobody's business, according to Dana.
Can you imagine? I remember me at 14. If I came home and asked my parents if I could marry a 42-year-old broad. What? I told you no.
Yeah, but down there it's like, you go ahead, son.
You do whatever you want.
That's right.
Goodness, that's amazing. Robert Conrad in trouble. The
Bobby Conrad.
Actor.
You mean career trouble? That's been going on for years.
Well, that's been a long time.
Yeah.
But he's in some new trouble. The Wild Wild West and Black Sheep Squadron star has been arrested on suspicion of DWI after a head-on collision with another car.
That doesn't bother Bobby Conrad, a head-on collision?
I wonder if that battery fell off.
Yeah. That guy's scary.
Yeah, we interviewed him.
Don't you think he's in the Robert Blake category of nutty?
Absolutely.
I was just about to say, you know, he's got that kind of Robert Blake vibe.
Yeah, like chip on his shoulder.
He needs a battery just to be normal.
Sorry?
He needs a battery just to be normal.
Blood alcohol test results are not yet available, but since the driver of the other car broke his leg, it's his leg, it is being considered a felony.
Leg.
So, Conrad was hospitalized and is in stable condition.
He's a battery just to be stable.
As you said yesterday, you know, some really good news from Iraq. They found 19-year-old Jessica Lynch, who was one of the troops that was...
Dave wants to know if she'll be in Playboy.
Probably before Elizabeth Smart.
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope, damn it.
You know, when they ambushed some maintenance crew or whatever, I think she was in that group of people who was taken. And, some Iraqi soldiers ambushed their convoy when they were a little lost. And she had been hit with rifle fire, I guess, several times, had many gunshot wounds.
She looks really young. Oh, my God. I mean, I know she's 19, but she looks like she's 15
I
in
wonder
that
what
picture.
the average age of the troops is over there.
I bet you 19 or 20.
Yeah, that's what I figure. I heard the other day about a guy, 58 years old, who is a reservist.
No kidding. He went over?
There, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
58?
Yeah.
We got some guys who know what they're doing over there. They said Navy SEALs went in and got this chick.
Wow.
Right,
They swept down and just took her.
They're actually the crew that's looking for this guy who they call, it's Chemical Ali.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
a woman.
This woman who's their big scientist who makes the chemical weapons. They're on a sweep through there trying to find her. And this was the group that was in there looking, and they just happened to come across Jennifer or Jessica, whatever her name is, Jessica, and they effected the rescue. So,
Man,
a lot of good work.
Navy SEAL dudes are really Awesome.
They took care of this, no problem. They said.
CIA, we don't know who they are, really.
What did it say?
It said that they, put out a game plan and executed it perfectly. Like, they just went in and grabbed her and got her out.
How many dudes?
They didn't say, but they said it was a team of guys.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
That's the kind of men we sent. And women. As you mentioned earlier today, Alias star Jennifer Garner and her actor husband Scott Foley are having their own private Cold War. U.S. Weekly reports that Garner and Foley, both 30, are putting their 2.5-year marriage on ice. They're going to separate and announce the split very soon, according to an insider talking to the magazine.
What that means is she met somebody on a movie set. That's all.
Suspicions of trouble in the marriage began to surface last month when Garner showed up at the Oscars with a female friend.
Suspicions began when she became a huge star.
Yeah, that's when we started being suspicious. And he was still on Felicity.
You guys are just so jaded.
Yeah, she's claiming irreconcilable Q ratings.
When he auditioned for pilot season.
Yeah, that bummed her out.
Yeah.
She couldn't handle it.
Everybody's still really worried about this new flu they're calling SARS now. They think we do have some suspicions of it being here in the United States. And they're saying one of the places that you're most likely to get it is on a plane.
Yeah, I have it already. I've had it for 2 months.
Oh, sorry.
Not a big deal. I'm getting through the day.
And
you're
it's
working.
really bad because it's one of those kinds of infections you get just from droplets, which means if somebody sneezes or coughs in front of you and you're breathing in the same air, you could become infected.
I'm so paranoid. Like sometimes when I go running, if I walk by someone, I hold my breath because I don't want to breathe in their air.
Really?
The air they breathe out.
What is that person, what signals you there's a person I should hold my breath around?
Any person.
Every person.
You know what they look like, Rob.
But there are some people I look at and I go, I'm holding my breath.
Well, that's what I'm saying. What's the trigger? What do you see that says to you, hold my breath?
Their clothes are kind of dirty and, you know what I mean? I'd have to show you. It's not a particular type. Yeah.
I just wondered if there was a particular trigger.
No.
Well, they'll never fly a commercial again because the worst cold you get are caught on a plane.
Say, Robin.
It's awful.
Well, I heard a doctor recommend this morning that you should get a surgical mask. Michael Jackson's been right.
On a plane? That's not a bad idea.
Right.
But how do you eat and how do you drink? And
you know what? So you'll die.
Howard, can I just say something about this Soros?
Oh, no. You're my only Soros.
All right. I'm just saying, over 30 years ago, we put a man on the moon, and we still haven't found a cure for, vaginosis. And
for what? Wait, for what?
Oh, for
what are you
for vaginosis.
Vagina?
Yes. We need to get our top scientists working on that.
Wait, do it again. Right, take two.
No, I'm just saying, over 30 years ago, we put a man on the moon, and we still haven't found a cure for vaginosis. And we need to get our top scientists working on that. I'll tell you that right now. Vaginosis, all right? Stop it.
All right, you got it right.
Yeah, all right.
Vaginosis. He's got shingles.
Time is the charm.
2 people on the Devil's Rooster have genosis.
I'm sorry. All right,
I like vaginosis.
Vaginosis.
Too. Yeah.
Vaginosis?
Vaginosis.
No, Elizabeth Smart should be in Playboy.
Or housetosis. There you go.
Hugh Grant is ready to shelve his acting career for a while and concentrate. He's got to make it full time. He's going to concentrate on finding a wife and having children.
Probably the best place to find a woman is on a movie set if you're an actor. I can't imagine.
He hasn't been able to find a woman to marry and have children with.
The only people who have to concentrate on finding women are gay guys. Because what are you concentrating on? What is there to concentrate? You walk around, you meet girls, and if you're lucky, one of them pays attention to you.
What is the difficulty?
He's going to go concentrate.
This is a guy women are throwing themselves at.
He has to concentrate.
You got to weed through a lot of entries.
I can't concentrate. I have to get off the movie set where there are more women.
I certainly can't act and try to find a chick at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be impossible.
Guys find women during wartime. He can't find one on a movie.
He's a guy with problems I'd love to have. Can you imagine?
He is disenchanted with acting at this moment.
Maybe a lot of chicks got turned off to him when he took his penis and used it with a filthy, dirty whore. Chicks tend to really get turned off.
I ran out of Viagra.
He needs to get married and have children.
Do you get any word right, Dave?
I don't know.
What did he
about
just...
Viagra?
He said something about Viagra. Viagra.
Yeah, I ran out of Viagra.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Dave, you got the shingles. Sit back and relax.
All right. He shrugs off any idea of getting back together with old flame Elizabeth Hurley, saying she's with another guy, and, you know, we're just good friends now.
This just in, Dave Letterman's going to Niagara Falls for his honeymoon.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Oh, I got a little bit of Greg Lynch, the father of Jessica.
How's the stock in Viacom?
Yay! He had never given up on the idea that his daughter would be found alive. C1.
Oh, okay. Hold on, let me get all set up. I got to get to the computer. I'm in here wrestling Dave.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
That's mainly what we had to keep up was a lot of hope and faith. We couldn't look towards capture at that point.
So there's the dad of the girl. They've actually gotten to talk to their daughter. Also, they say that a couple of suicide bombers turned themselves into our soldiers. They didn't want to be suicide bombers anymore. You know, they had been recruited by Iraqi military, and they just turned themselves in and said, we don't want to blow ourselves up to kill you.
Yay! That would be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, I think those people are the sensible ones. They're okay. Meanwhile, the Battle of Baghdad, according to Captain Al Lockwood, a British military spokesman, has not begun, but it is beginning. C2.
All right, it's about time. Let's get in there already. I like it.
We need to obviously move coalition forces in, take out resistance. That is.
I'm hoping they're going to be dragging Saddam through the streets. People will be kicking him and spitting on him. But I don't know. It never works out that way. You can't even find him.
And, yet another step on our route to the final objective.
Is Saddam in Baghdad, I wonder?
I think he is.
You do?
I do think so. I don't know why, but I do think he is.
I don't think he is.
By the way, he was supposed to come on TV yesterday and give a speech, and a dude just dressed in a military outfit and a beret showed up. Didn't look anything like Saddam.
Right. So I think he's either dead or he's in Syria or somewhere.
I think even his lookalikes have gotten out of town.
I think you're probably right. He's in Syria. I bet he's, like, injured to the point where he might not want to show himself.
I don't think he's injured. I think he's out of town, and I think he's already figured out how to transfer his funds and the whole deal.
Really?
Absolutely. And those people are there fighting for nothing.
Well, that's depressing.
Yep.
Well, if his face pops up anywhere, he should be arrested for war crimes.
He won't be arrested in Syria.
Well, I think we're going to take care of that. John Travolta has a new movie out called Basic. And here's one of his most prominent memories of Saturday Night Fever, A1.
Talking about that, huh?
The bridge scene where she asked about my future and I kind of inadvertently started to cry. And the solo scene of dancing that was such a...
the best scene in Saturday Night Fever was when that kid with the big shoes jumps off the bridge, falls off the bridge accidentally.
Yeah.
Or whatever, he kills himself.
Mm-hmm.
That kid stole that whole movie. He was the best. I don't know whatever happened to him. He's the one who should be in these movies.
He's a kid whose face you saw every once in a while after that, but then he kind of disappeared.
Man, he was good.
Now he's off the radar.
He was the best, that kid, with the big high heels.
I like in the beginning when he asked for 2 slices of pizza.
Yeah.
And then does that move where you put one on top of the other and fold it up.
But you just love pizza.
Any food. Every scene that Artie remembers had food in it.
2. Give me 2. That's what he said.
And here's why disco became such a phenomenon when the film came out. A2.
I don't know, because it was something that was going out at the time. It was really something that was kind of fading away, and I just rekindled it somehow and made it mainstream when it was more of like, you know...
Oh, God.
Not a minority.
All right. We got to take a break.
Saying I rekindled. No, the movie did.
Yeah, we got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
I'm calling in anticipation. All the people are going to call to say that Howard Stern is a sleazy scumbag. Well, all you people should wake up and get a grip.
You have a name I want. Howard Stern.
All right, honey.
Is this show over yet? No.
By the way, while we're in Vegas at the Hard Rock Hotel, we're going to be doing the $100,000 bet on one hand of blackjack. Thanks to GoldenPalace.com. Those dudes rule. Golden Palace putting up $100 grand for that bet. Someone's going to get to play. That makes me nervous every time.
I know. That's a tough thing to go through.
I go insane. I mean, $100,000 up on the table is pretty amazing.
I never even thought of the aspect that they could split tens or something.
Yeah.
And that's fully insured for that, right?
Yeah, but they can't split tens. They're going to blow it.
I mean, splitting eights and stuff like
right.
that. Yeah.
That's different. You wouldn't split tens.
No, I'm saying
what you do,
no, but what I'm asking is...
That's what you do.
What I'm asking is, could you double down?
No. No doubling down.
That's what I meant.
No. It's a straight bet.
So on a 7 and a 4, you can't double down.
No, but it's a great bet. It's $100,000 with an 11,
yeah.
So, it's pretty good.
But splits would be amazing.
Yeah, split you can do. Yeah.
That would be sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, Robin, we were doing the news.
Yes. What do you think Sumner Redstone's spending on this wedding he's having on Sunday?
I'm not invited. I'm kind of burned.
Really?
Yeah, I mean...
You wanted to go to this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's at the New York Public Library.
Yeah, I wanted to go.
I heard that it's going to be big.
I might go try to take out a book.
Crash the wedding. Well, the reason I thought about it was because, John was talking about his party this summer and he's trying to get a band together. Well, Sumner's having Tony Bennett sing at his wedding.
Wow.
So I don't know how much that would cost you.
I think Zebra's opening, though.
Yeah, probably. They're going to be supporting Tony. And Russell Crowe must have spent a lot on his wedding. You weren't invited to that one either?
He built a chapel.
$240,000 to build a building that has to be torn down immediately after because he never got permits.
I hear they're saying they will let him keep it up.
Only as long as the wedding. They were going to tear it down before the wedding.
Hey-oh. Boy, that's just decadent. I don't care how much money you have. You don't do that.
It's a waste.
It's a waste. It's just waste. It's like burn the money. Yeah. There's no place for him to get married.
Right. He had to build his own chapel.
What a dick. Everybody's a dick. Except me.
And I'm also seeing that Nicolas Cage and Lisa Marie Presley, when they were engaged, I guess one night they were on a boat. And the way she's implying that Nicolas Cage took a $65,000 ring and threw it in the water.
Man, that's nice.
And then she demanded that he hire divers to try to find it. They, of course, never found it.
Never mind that. Anybody find my keys around here?
You've lost your keys. Could we get some divers?
We need some divers. I don't want Evil Dave to hold my keys.
Get a dolphin to look for Howard's keys.
And
just get a trained dolphin.
Yeah. Get a porpoise.
The Legend of Ron Jeremy is now available on video and DVD. You were wondering about that. It's a documentary that follows the life and career of Ron Jeremy from his days as a teacher. I didn't know he was a teacher. And a frustrated actor in Queens.
He taught acting.
To his rise as one of the most prolific performers in the adult film industry. Here's Ron Jeremy to explain how he went from teaching to work in adult films. B1.
I quit teaching. I got a master's in special ed. I taught retarded children. I quit to do theater. The job market is horrible for actors.
He's so creepy, isn't he?
I know. Yeah. I'm like, God, he's so uncompelling.
Yeah, I know.
I even got into the union, equity, and still horrible for actors. And my ex-girlfriend sent a picture of me into Playgirl magazine. They liked it. I signed the release. They published it. And, the feedback wasn't so bad. And then when I got approached to do porn, a lot of the same directors were doing both. Because back in the late 70s...
Yeah, it was no big deal. So I get naked and I bang chicks on camera.
That guy's 7 inches away from being a janitor.
Yeah.
He's trying to explain how he got out of teaching. He just quit.
Yeah.
It was film. There was no video. So the same director who used me a lot in porn, Chuck Vincent, put me in a mainstream movie with Jack Lemmon's son, Chris Lemmon, and it got me into the Screen Actors Guild. And then from there, I was doing mainstream and adult side by side.
How is he not dead?
Yeah, AIDS missed him.
Hasn't that happened?
Is he using some sort of super rubber?
I don't know.
Sounds like Tom Dreesen.
Here's Jeremy to tell us if he still has time to make adult films. I think it's nothing but time. B2.
I have a contract with a company called Metro Studios, and Metro Interactive. And I do films pretty much just for them, which means I work a lot less because now it's a contract deal. But I'm also having more time to chase mainstream stuff and travel around the country. And
mainstream stuff? What mainstream stuff?
And do a comedy show and stuff.
Comedy? He can do anything.
He ties his penis into pretzel-like shape.
Yeah, how did he miss doing that show?
He's into pretzel shapes.
Hamburger.
Teacups.
Remember that guy who made a hamburger out of it? That was a little gross.
And he says female adult film stars make more money and sleep with fewer partners than people realize. B3.
Girls are pulling in $250,000 a year, some of them, and the guys are pulling in
boo-hoo.
$40,000.
Yeah, because guys want to bang chicks, dude. Girls don't want to bang guys.
Yeah, you get it?
Yeah.
You have to pay the women.
They're going to pay you a lot of money to bang chicks.
Right. And you get the top girls in the biz have had very few guys.
Nobody cares who the guy is, genius.
Yeah, and female whores make more money than male whores.
Business like,
this guy was going to be a man whore, but
there's no money in it.
There's no money in it.
There's not a big market.
No women seem to pay me.
Right. But this guy, that guy, this guy, that guy, they don't. Jenna Jameson, who socked away $3 million already, worked with maybe 6 guys her whole career. Raquel Dorian, 1 guy. Janine Lindmuller, no guys, just girls.
Sorry. Guess you were born the wrong sex.
Yeah. Well, that's what's happening.
Yeah, and like, it's really unfair that rocket scientists
make more than
when are
Evil
those
Dave.
men going to band together and get these things changed?
No. Well, anyway, Evil Dave, thank you for showing up.
I just want to say one quick thing, Howard. What do you call a midget Iraqi soldier with 40-pound balls?
What?
Half nuts. All right, I got to go, Howard. I got to go watch Larry King's girlfriend tie him up in his suspenders.
You know what? I've asked you to not do this.
Yeah, I ran out.
I know. Well, that's okay. Right. It's time to be quiet.
On a high note.
I'd like to end by saying Viagra and Tom Dreesen.
All right, see Casey next week in the Carolines in Manhattan. Evil Dave, thank you. We always love having you.
Thank you, buddy.
Listen to David Lee Roth today in New York.
This afternoon.
I can't wait now.
And the happy hour, 2 to 6.
Tiki Bar Room. Tiki Hut.
Diamond Dave.
See you at the Hard Rock, 22nd through the 24th. Okay, that's it. Hey now. Hey now. All right. Hey now. Hey now. I'm exhausted. Hey now. I could not sleep last night, so my remedy whenever I can't sleep is to eat something.
Really?
Yeah. So I ate. I went on an eating. I did good all day. I didn't eat anything. I ate the normal amount of food, and then I just went on a binge.
In the middle of the night?
Well, about 8 o'clock, 8:30.
Oh, that's the middle of the night to us.
Yeah, I just started eating Cheerios and all kinds of fruits and nuts. And
are you sitting there with the refrigerator door hanging open?
Like, why do I do that?
I don't know.
It's like, well, I'll keep it open because I'm walking right away.
I don't have time to wait to open that door again.
Yeah, it's almost like if I keep it open. That's a good question. Why do I keep it open when I do that?
Well, I see that sometimes when people are binging, the door is always open. I wondered if you were in that.
Yes, the door was open. My nose has frostbite. Oh, my God. Freeze. Do you do that, too? Like when you go on a binge, do you just keep the refrigerator door open?
No, I like it, but then the door still slams tight so much, because there's a buildup or something, and you can't get the door open sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why you leave it open.
I don't know.
Fighting with that suction.
I'm in therapy, so I'm starting to look at everything I do and why I do it. And I realize I don't know a damn thing about myself.
I had never thought.
Never thought about myself. You know what I always did? I always came to work.
You know what was funny? When we were talking to Damon Wayans yesterday, he said something interesting just like that, too. He said, I need to get to know myself.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you get separated or divorced, like Damon Wayans did and I did.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in therapy, they say, well, you got to get to know yourself. I'm like, oh, no.
That's what you were trying to avoid, wasn't it?
Who wants to know me? And I don't know what that means, too, because you know what my therapist says? He goes, like, when I'm on the phone, like, whenever I'm alone in the apartment, I get on the phone and I call people or I watch TV. He goes, yeah, because you're afraid to get to know yourself, your own thoughts. And he goes, you're busy watching TV, you're busy on the phone, you're busy.
Any kind of a distraction.
Yeah, but what the hell are you supposed to do when you're there by yourself?
It's supposed to be that you're comfortable even with nothing on.
Really?
And no one to talk to.
Are you comfortable with that?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
Well, then you're cured. I am not. I am very uncomfortable with the thought of being alone with myself. I am not real pleased with that idea. You think that's bull?
Yeah, I do. I think it's bull. I mean, you've got to do something. Who wants to sit around and stare at a wall?
Nobody's saying you have to do anything, but you shouldn't.
I'm uncomfortable staring at a wall. I like to I want to do something.
That's the problem. Uncomfortable. What's to be uncomfortable about?
And you know
it's boring.
No. There are times.
No.
That you,
I love that.
Wait a minute.
This is what he says.
Saying
You're not wrong. This is what he's saying, too.
That, nothing is not supposed to be uncomfortable. It's supposed to be, I want to do this, not I have to do something to stay away from that uncomfortable feeling.
Well, how long do you sit and do nothing?
You go at home and you can sit in a chair and not do anything. Just sit in a chair and not read a book and not do anything.
Yes.
For what period of time?
I don't know, as long as I want to.
And that's fun.
Yes.
I don't get that. I don't understand it. Because I know what the guy's saying. Like, you should be able to sit and think about stuff.
Or not.
Yeah. But, I don't know.
I seek out that time. There's not much of that time there.
Right.
I think that's such a waste of time to sit in a chair and not do anything.
It's very restful. Sometimes you just need to go within and see how you're doing or, what's going on with you or where you want to go. You can't do that if you're talking to people all the time.
Hey, you know what? Good for you, because I can't do it. Bobo, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing there, Howard?
Yeah.
Listen, I was watching Boot Camp last night. That sucked.
Yeah, I watched some of it.
It looked like it was going to suck.
Yeah, you know what? I didn't. You see, Temptation Island appealed to me. The idea of it, like, hot chicks and guys, and they're trying to hook up. Boot Camp just seemed like a stretch. And I was thinking about this. The guy who created Boot Camp is the same guy who created Survivor. I got to ask a guy about a name-changing ceremony.
Well, it was a black guy interviewing him on the MTV thing, and, you don't ask Puff Daddy tough questions when you're a black guy.
Right. Well, see him on the black radio station.
He's standing there saying, I'm going to change my name, and the guy just sits there like it's the most normal thing he's ever heard.
Yeah, not only is he going to change his name, he's going to have a name-changing ceremony. Yeah. All right, two things I got to cover. First of all, Bill's on the phone. Bill has, you got tape of Suzanne Summers last night?
No, Howard, I don't have tape of it, but she mentioned your name and John Ritter's in the same sentence.
Yeah.
About how you exploited her for having breast cancer. It was an exclusive on the bottom of the...
What?
I didn't even... Robin just told me she had breast cancer just about 5 minutes ago.
When did you exploit her for breast cancer?
That's what she said. That's what she was saying. I thought maybe when you read out of the rag magazines last week or something.
Maybe, but all I did was I read... Listen, first of all, for those of you who don't know, because I didn't know until about 5 minutes ago, Suzanne Summers has breast cancer. Now, I didn't know that. I guess she talked about it on Larry King last night.
Yeah, that was the first I heard of it.
So, in fact, we have Suzanne booked to come in here in a couple of weeks. We've had her booked now for over a month.
Really?
Yeah. We always have her on the show. She's always come in here and been pretty friendly, and I've been friendly to her.
She kind of dissed you, Howard. It wasn't bad, but it was just...
Well, it sounds like you're doing here. Now, a couple of weeks ago, the reason I booked her, there was an article in one of the rags that basically said they caught Suzanne Summers coming out of a liposuction operation. And I said, well, you can't sell Thigh Master and write books about how you can lose weight and stay in shape if you're doing liposuction. You got to come clean about that, because people are thinking, wow, she looks great. I don't need liposuction.
Right.
So now she's saying on Larry King that she's getting the liposuction because it's part of an alternative cancer treatment, that she is going to a regular doctor, but she's also going to one of these, I don't know.
She said she was taking some kind of homeopathic treatment.
Yeah, homeopathic.
Exactly.
And so she says part of the homeopathic procedure is to take injections in the stomach, so she needed to lipo out all the fat so she could take injections. Listen.
Now, homeopathy is supposed to be hundreds and hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
So hundreds and hundreds of years ago, where were they getting liposuction?
Right. So, number one, I couldn't have dissed her about having breast cancer because I just found out about it 5 minutes ago.
That's what she is implying.
Well, she's implying something that ain't true.
Well, we're taking this guy's word for it, and I'm not so sure.
The one thing I know about the listeners, they try to get me into, situations, and then I hear the tape, and it's nothing.
Yeah.
You guys always try to rile me up.
No. I'm not. Believe me, I'm not.
Tell me what she said exactly.
It's something to the effect that she was exploiting, that you were exploiting her, you and John Ritter. I just caught the first end of it.
And what does John Ritter have to do with her cancer?
That she mentioned both of you in the same sentence.
Sounds like it was a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. She was serious about it. And then later on, Larry King asked her, what are these people, who said these things, and she said something that she was mad and this and that and the other.
All right, here's a guy named Rico. He already says that you have it wrong.
I was going to say, he sounds very confused.
Yeah, Rico, go ahead.
Yeah, Howard, what she said was that every morning on your show, you make mention of her breast, that's all.
Oh.
Nothing about the cancer at all. No. She was just saying that every morning you make fun of her. Plain and simple, about her breasts, that's all.
Number one, I've never made fun of her breasts. I don't even know what that is.
Well, not make fun of them. You mentioned her breasts every morning on your show. That's what she...
Well, then she's delusional, because I haven't mentioned her in months.
I'm beginning to think that much like when Gilda Radner ran off the show because of her ovarian cancer, that something's wrong with Susan, too.
Yeah, I mean, no offense. I got some girls coming in here who are a lot younger than Suzanne Summers that I might obsess over. But
you certainly don't get up every morning and go, Suzanne Summers' breasts!
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you guys listen pretty closely. When have I ever mentioned Suzanne Summers' breasts? Except for when she's here, I go. I try to compliment her.
I say she has a nice body.
Yeah, I always say she has a nice body, because it's true, she does. But
Howard, I think Jackie's writing a book on you, and that's why he's not coming back. He wants to release the book.
Hey, Jackie can do whatever he wants, man. Let him go do his thing.
This guy, again, doesn't know anything. He's just speculating.
Yeah, again.
No, Howard, wait till you listen to the tape. She was implying something there. I just didn't catch all of it.
All right. I tell you what, if anybody has tape of the Larry King show last night, and I can't imagine the mental patient that sits and tapes that show.
Only Larry has that tape.
Larry's the only one with a tape of it. But I don't know. I got to hear the tape, but it just sounds kind of screwy to me.
She was going on about how her sex symbol status, too. She'd mentioned that. I was in and out. It was,
You were definitely in and out.
You're not sure of what she said about anything.
Because Rico's saying she didn't say anything like what you're saying.
Well, she did. Believe me.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's Scott, and thank you, Rico.
Okay, Howard.
All right. Hey, I'm not going to give it away right now, but we got a gay vacation to give away.
What's that? A gay vacation?
We're going to be sending guys on regular porno vacations where you can actually party with porno stars.
Right.
So this guy calls in, and he says he's got a gay vacation to give away. What is the gay vacation?
Morning, Howard.
Hey, how you doing? This is Scott, by the way.
Good.
Scott, are you
gay?
Scott, are you a gay dude?
No, I'm not.
All right.
Now, we've done the straight trip, the Triple Extreme Vacation, for the past 3 years. Mm-hmm. And now we're doing the same exact thing for the gay market. We got some great gay sponsors, Frontiers News Magazine, Men of Odysseys coming down, and they're actually
just tell me, forget about all your sponsors. Tell me what you do on a gay vacation.
It's the same exact theory as the straight vacation. They go down there, they party with adult film stars, they watch movies be filmed, they interact with them. It's unlimited
So
food,
if I'm a gay guy,
alcohol.
I go down there, I can have unlimited alcohol.
Unlimited food.
Unlimited food.
Clothing optional.
Where are you doing this?
Clothing optional.
It's in 𝗧𝗵𝗲, Mexico.
All right, you go down to Mexico, and I'm a gay dude, and then I get to stay on the set while you guys shoot gay pornos?
Exactly, and you hang out with...
Who are some of the stars that'll be there?
I'm sorry?
What are the names of some of the stars that'll be there?
Well, we're working with Odyssey, Men of Odyssey, and they're going to do a casting, and they're going to bring down all their performers. It's going to be hosted by pretty famous adult entertainers.
What are you saying, Robin?
I just need information, not names of companies.
This guy always plugs.
I know.
𝗪𝗪 𝗪𝗪.
𝗪𝗪 𝗪𝗪.
See, that's what I need.
See, we're just after goofing on the funny gay names.
You need 𝗪𝗪 𝗪𝗪.
𝗪𝗪 𝗪𝗪 and who else?
Again, it hasn't been cast yet, but they're bringing down about 30
gay
adult
dudes.
entertainers.
Can you get the list of the 30 gay guys?
That's what we want.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah,
Get
absolutely.
some of the gay guys to call.
And what we wanted to do is...
Yeah, we want to talk to some of the we want to talk to some of the gay porno guys.
It's like a big adult fantasy camp. And maybe we could send Crazy Cabby down there to report on it.
All right, cool.
All right, Howard, what we want to suggest that we do is we send down a couple of gay couples and a couple of straight couples on both trips and do a XXX Temptation Island.
Dude, you're way ahead of me.
Okay.
But if you need more info on the gay vacation, go to smspromotions.com. All right, thanks, man. Later, that's Scott. I'll be giving that away because, what the hell?
Why not?
I just thought it'd be funny to get some of those gay porno stories out.
Yeah, I love their names and the whole thing.
Yeah, that's great.
He doesn't get that. That's how you promote it.
Yeah. Well, he don't have the names
Odyssey.
yet.
Nobody cares about that.
The Men of Odyssey? I care about it. Gay Ramon cares about it. Gay Ramon, what are the Men of Odyssey?
Men of Odyssey.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
See?
𝗧𝗵𝗏 wants that prize.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I knew you'd be calling in.
Are you still with your life mate there, 𝗧𝗵𝗏?
No, I'm not. I'm divorced again.
Oh, jeez. His life mates last about 10 minutes.
Well, look at his life mates. They're about 2 years old. They have no hair on their body. They don't look like the kind of guys who are into a long-term relationship.
The last one was 18.
Yeah. 𝗧𝗵𝗏 finds him all right. Yeah, what is it, Benji?
I had the transcript from last night.
Oh, God, dude, get out.
I had the transcript from
last night. That's better. Oh.
Sorry, I made out with Gandhi.
Oh, Howard, so what I got to do to go on that gay vacation?
I don't know yet, man. I haven't figured it out yet, 𝗧𝗵𝗏. Oh, that guy's so gay. He crawled out of a gay rock.
I don't know why he's not in gay porn.
I know.
I like the way he says he's divorced.
Hey, let me see this transcript. Thank you. All right, Larry King says the following. All right, well, here. Let's start with Suzanne Summers. I can skip down. There are over 2 million people on my program, and I just wanted to get far enough away from it. And then I was lying in bed the last few nights, and now the magazines are picking it up and calling it Thigh-gate. And then John Ritter did some really low-class joke on the morning show, and Howard Stern just picked up on it, and each day it's like a stab in my heart. What?
All you did was read the headline of the story that she was seen leaving a liposuction clinic.
Yeah. Oh, she is a drama queen. Now, I don't believe anything from her. There's an article in the paper saying Suzanne Summers is getting liposuction. Excuse us for not knowing she has cancer, number one. And number two, since when is liposuction a treatment for cancer? I don't buy any of that. Never heard of that. You're taking a homeopathic remedy that requires liposuction?
I just don't understand how 100 years ago they knew about liposuction.
And then I thought maybe we all have a higher power. First of all, nobody's even interested in the story. I keep her alive. I keep talking about her. Who dissed her? Nobody. I love when people...
You didn't even... You said, I need to talk to her.
That's all. And I said, book her on the show.
If you had a question about a friend of yours.
Yeah. I said, book her on the show. That's all. But right away, people are always looking to have drama in their lives. Tell Larry King Howard Stern is...
Now she's been stabbed in the heart.
So what did she do? She went on Larry King, admitted she had cancer, and all people remember is Howard Stern was mean to her about cancer.
Right.
That's such a low blow. If she has the balls to come in here, I'm going to tell her, you got some frickin' nerve. That's a low blow, honey. Don't make up stories so the public will sympathize with you. I feel bad you have cancer and everything, but don't link me to your pain. That's a lie, a stab in my heart. Oh, excuse me. There's an article in the newspaper said you had liposuction. How's that a stab?
What are you supposed to think?
Yeah, excuse me.
That she's got cancer?
So I said to you, come on in on my show, and you agreed to come in? I guarantee you she won't come in here and face me. Guarantee it. I mean, come on. Let's see. Howard Stern just picked up on it, and each day it's like a stab in my heart. Howard Stern. And then I thought maybe we all have a higher power that we understand. And my higher power, as I understand it, maybe it's pushing me before I'm ready to come out and say that I had breast cancer. So now it's like, to the average guy listening, I forced her to come out and talk about breast cancer. Yeah, I outed her. I think because of the treatment that I have chosen for myself against the will of my doctors, and that I really feel that I'm licking this, and I have found another medicine from Europe that when I started taking it, it was illegal here, but now it's just been legalized, but it's a homeopathic, but it's, and then he cuts her off. It's like...
Under your skin.
Wait a minute. Robin says, excuse me, audience.
How do you know?
Hello, 100 million people. Robin says, I say things to get under your skin. Howard,
yes, go ahead.
Howard, Robin says, I say things to get
What
under
is
your
it, Gary?
skin.
It's very simple. She's normal. He's not.
All right, there we go. All right, Elegant Elliot Offen, if you want to get his manuscript...
just because you have a malignant and metastasizing tumor in the 𝗧𝗪 part of your brain, that's no reason to condemn Elliot Offen.
Well, Elliot, once again, you've made a stellar appearance.
Howard, can we just Gary, if you can tell me what the 𝗧𝗪 part of the brain is,
yes,
and
Barry,
where it is in relation to the cerebrum and the cerebellum, I will undress in front of everybody.
Okay, Barry, go ahead.
Elliot.
What is it?
Right in the middle.
Yes,
Elliot.
Barry.
You're wrong again.
Yes.
Elliot.
Yes.
This is Barry from Miami Beach.
Who's that?
Barry.
Barry who?
Barry Coran.
Barry who?
Barry Coran.
I never heard of you. I don't know who you are.
Name in
I don't have no idea who you are. Who are you?
Maria.
Hi, Barry.
Hi, you remember me?
I certainly do.
Who is this man?
I've been listening in, and I've been wondering throughout the years if you've been okay, and I'm really happy that you are.
Yeah, I am. I'm lucky to wind up where I am, and I found a wonderful husband who supported me and is my biggest fan and my best friend and my lover, and that's really why I
Hey, guys, I just have to end because of commercial considerations, but I want to say that this has been...
Thanks for calling, Barry.
Thank you, Barry. Listen, another time, another place. I say you take